right. All right. Here I go again, you guys. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High, a higher has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm sorry, this is like the third time having to close out and reboot up again. So I'm hoping this, I changed the location, I cut off my YouTube that's on in another room, and I'm hoping that this works because I want to give you all some information regarding who I serve. And because I serve him, I know that he has offered himself to as well to you to serve him in the same way. But I want to explain to you that something took place today regarding me. And I kind of call myself being smart mouth to the most high or higher, thinking that, okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And what I'm telling you is today I went to pick up, I had my ex-husband's car. I went to pick up him. I was on my way to pick up him and my son from work. And I had about an hour and a half. So I sat at the gas station and I ate a little bit and snacked. And I said, you know what, I'm going now and just be already out in that area. And the reason why, because I'm way south, they way North County. So therefore, I had to come a long way. So I said, I tell you what, I go on down. So I'm now, here I am in the center of the city, St. Louis City. And I decided to go get something to snack on at the gas station. And I sat there a moment and then I said, okay, let me just go on. I still got an hour and a half before, they get off. So I pulled up at the gas station. I pulled up. First of all, I want to say, I bring that back in. I bring that back. So I pulled up, okay, at the red light behind another car that was the first car, and then it was me. So when he or she pulled off after it turned green, I came behind them, giving them probably a half a car length from the one that was in front of me. And we were sitting there at first waiting for the red light. And waiting for the green light, not waiting for the red light. We were waiting for the green light. Shalom, shalom, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. So I'm waiting at the red light, the car in front of me, and me, myself, waiting for the light to change green so that we can pull off, And the moment it turned green, the car in front of me pulled off, and I came right behind it within, I say, a half a car length behind it. And this is me. And then all of a sudden, on this end where everybody's at the red light, someone else, only thing I can think of, they had to be on the phone, ran the red light, ran right here, bam. And we had a horrible accident, a real bad accident. It was even the type of accident that you see the accident itself, you would say, well, someone should have been hurt. That's just how bad it was. So I couldn't believe it happened. And I'm gonna show you how wrong I am. I'm gonna show you how nasty this flesh is. This flesh don't mean you're no good. The moment that car and I collided, you know what was on my head? You know what I was thinking? And it said, Father, why you didn't tell me? That's what I was thinking. I poured over, and all on my mind is, why didn't you tell me? Where's your warning? And I'm like saying, wait a minute. I got out the car, and all of a sudden the lady that's going. It's like a say 4 different directions going this way and 4 different directions going here this way. Many of cars. They looking at this accident. They see it. They right there. They said, ma'am, he ran a red light. We saw it all. And I'm like, okay. One lady said, I'm gonna go chase him down. Did you all know that I sat there for almost an hour waiting for someone to come give me the information about this hit and run? Because that the other car that hit me ran the red light into me, took off and ran. I know it was a gray SUV. And I know when we hit, it was like something out of the, it was so strange. It was like, it was real fast, but yet it felt like it was like slow motion so you can see it. You know, the impact. Both of the cars tore up. But by the time I got out the car, pulled my car over to the side, got out to go check on the other person, they took off and running. In the car. Drove off. And I said, look at all these people here. Surely somebody gonna come back to the scene and say something. Do you all know? Even the lady on this side who says, oh, I see, he ran you, he ran the stop sign, man. He took off. I'm gonna go run behind him. And the lady that was coming this way hollered out when, ma'am, he ran the red light. I know he ran it because I had the green. But guess what I was saying, y'all? Soon as the accident happened, I pulled over. Father, I'm going straight to the Father. Like he owed me something. And I just been blessed not to even be hurt. You see? I'm going to show you how sick the flesh is. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I'm standing there waiting, and I know it's too many people out. They seen it. Why didn't nobody get the see, if my car is this way, the tags will be on this in the back. If this car running the red light, I can't see his tags. So I'm thinking, since everybody said they saw it, come on with it, y'all. Why did somebody snatch the tags? And all the cars, oh, but see, he was at the red light, so he ran the red light. But all the other cars in the traffic, they couldn't help but see it was such a horrible accident. Why didn't somebody say, here, he hit and run, and here go the license plate? This just shows you the mindset of us as a people. Mindset, even Sister Deborah. Gone. I'm gone. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, how can I believe this? I dialed 911 and told her to send a police so I can have a police report. He has liability on the car and what is it? Uninsured. So therefore, the car is towed up because a hit and run. Towed up from the floor. So guess what happened? So here we are. Here I am. Sitting here saying, okay, I got AAA. I have them to tow the car. I wait for the police and I call back. And this nasty white lady's got to be, she was so nasty. And then all of a sudden, someone called me on my phone and it was another policeman, but it was a black man. And he said, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. He said, I'm going to give you everything over the phone. I was like, can they do that? Without seeing the scene and seeing it? He said, yes, we can do that. So, you know, he gave me all my information over the phone and everything. And I sat there. My daughter, I had called her first. And my son, I called them first. And my son said, okay, I'll pick them up. And my daughter said, I'm coming to get you. You all, I sat out there. Police called me on the phone while I was in the car. And we did everything over the phone. He even gave me my report number. And I'm like saying, okay, I'm still sitting there. And guess what's on my mind, y'all? Somebody's going to come back and give me a license plate. Somebody's going to say something. I couldn't even see myself seeing something like that and not go out. I know I did it too many times. People hit and run. I go running behind them like a nutball. I'm known to do that. And in my mind, I can't see, why couldn't someone see this? They sit looking at it, get at it. But no one. here, ma'am, here's license plate. Oh, you seen him hit, he hit the car, ran the red light. You seen everything, but you couldn't get a license plate. So I had to U-turn to try to run after him. And at the same time, I was going after the direction in which he went. Because one lady said, oh, he gone. I know he went that way. That's how he ran the light, going that way. So I go falling, and then I call in the police, and she said, the white lady said, ma'am, you should never run after someone that hit and run. To me, my little heart just sunk. You mean he just hit like that, and that just it? In my mind, I'm like, no, you can't do that. And she said, you need to go back to the location. Do not ever go after someone that hit and run. See, I didn't know that. She said, because they could have a gun. If they took enough to feel that they can tear up your car and then keep going, and all these people around, and they gonna go, you don't go after them. So I didn't know that, y'all. I was out there. Okay. And I couldn't find him because all the other cars that saw him and that had a chance to go in his direction, which they were going in after they light, and those that was turning, but no one, because I had to U-turn all around the how many lanes? Ooh, two. Oh, we just so many all the way around to go in his direction. So I sat there and I said, surely somebody's gonna come back and give me some information about him that took off. Nobody showed up, y'all. Nobody. Let me tell you what I did. So I had my daughter went and told me that you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. I said, okay. I say, now I always thought uninsured, like uninsured. When you get uninsured motorists, I thought that means somebody who hit and run or somebody who don't have insurance, then it will still cover. She said, no, not in Missouri. I'm like, not in Missouri. She said, Mama, the majority of the states, that's true, but not in Missouri. And I'm like, I can't win for losing. So I sat there and I said, okay. So she came to get me, and the police, he said, when I got all the information, I got your information. He gave me his phone number to contact him, and this was the police. He gave me everything I needed. And then he said, don't worry about it. We'll get him. I said, how you going to get him? He said, we got cameras. I said, sir, I'm looking at him. There it is, right there. So there were cameras right there where the accident was, on all four corners. I was trying to figure out, how could you have that much traffic and nobody could see nothing. Nobody, it's just sad. It showed me a lot of things. The Father taught me a lot of things out there today. I learned a lot, and that's why I'm trying to share it with you all. I want to show you all, and I want to tell you all that the one that I serve, he is about what he say, and he say what it's about. I came to this house, and I felt, and don't even feel like I had such a horrible accident. I wasn't hurt or anything. I was more so upset about having so many people around, and not one person brought the license plate back to the scene of the accident. They didn't even have, nobody don't even have to know them, don't have no nothing. And I know that I would have. You see, I'm just showing you the difference in how I feel that I am and how the world really is. So that's what I was more disappointed with. Alone, I wasn't disappointed, you guys. I was just stupid. Because I'm looking at the fact that, okay, what happened? See, I'm tripping because I'm like, okay, what happened? What is this about? Because before anything happened, anything with my children, with my family, and especially with me, the Father gave me the upper hand every time of my life. So I'm first thing, the accident happened. I said, now what happened? I want something from him to justify that. Wait a minute. Where's your warning? Why didn't you tell me? And let me tell you what happened. I got off of that and I sat there waiting for the police. He didn't show up, but they did the report over the phone. And I still sat there after that waiting for my daughter. Then finally she came, and then we had to wait for the AAA. And then finally he came, and I sat there that time just trying to piece it together. Well, I can't piece it together. What was going on? I'm talking to the Father. I ain't talking to nobody. What was going on? You see, he knew what I mean. Y'all might not know what I'm talking about, but he knows. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So this is what happened. So I get to the house, and everything's good. I feed the dog, and I sit down, and I said, relax. I'm calm. I can't even feel that there was an accident, you guys. I can't feel that a car is towed up. I can't feel none of this thing. I can't feel this thing. I go into my bedroom and I say, I'm gonna go live at 7. And here it is, 6:58. Yeah, I'm gonna go live. I cut the laptop on and I went into the bedroom and I say, yeah, you gonna check me tonight. I know it. You gonna check me tonight. I'm talking to the Father. You gonna check me tonight. I know it. You gonna check me tonight. And then as I walked into the living room, I said, yeah, I know I need to be checked. I need to be checked. Being smart, just being smart, stupid. I need to be checked. That's what I'm saying. Do you all know when I turned back to the computer, he had checked me just that quick? He checked me just that quick. And I loved it. I'm going to tell you, if you don't have a father in your home, you don't know what it's like to have a father present 24/24. He checked me. Before I even got online, within them few minutes, I called myself being smart. Y'all don't get it. Let me tell you what I'm saying. I said, yeah, I know you're going to check me tonight because of what I was saying in the car. The moment the accident happened, he froze it in my memory. And instant, I said to him, what happened? What happened? And the what happened was coming to, you supposed to give me my warning. What happened? I'm coming up to him, buckling up to him, telling him, what happened? What happened? Then I sat in that car trying to figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. Kept saying, hey, what happened? Now, the people didn't bring the license plates of this person. It was like it had never happened. And I'm sitting there confused why such a bad accident and nobody supported the fact that they seen and behold such a bad accident where one tore up the car, running a red light, and leave, and y'all sat and watched them leave. Driving behind them after you just seen him tore up the car and didn't get his license plate. No righteous in him. No righteous, y'all. Ain't nothing good in him. But my problem was, I'm sitting here asking the Father, what happened? What happened? I get out the car to go make sure the other person is okay. First thing I'm thinking in my mind, what happened? What happened? Because I'm saying to the Father, oh, come on now. You're supposed to have warned me. You're supposed to gave me the up. So when I got home and relaxed and everything, I still got smart. I know you're going to check me tonight. And I knew it. He's going to discipline me. He's going to correct me like he do. He don't play with me. And that's why I say to you all, this is the type of creator I've learned to get to know. I've learned to know. And I want you to get to know. If you don't know him like I know him, I don't know who you know. I'm going to tell y'all the truth about it. Let me tell you what he did. So as I went into the bedroom, I said, I know it. You're going to check me tonight. I came into the living room, went in the bedroom again. I know I need to be checked. And then I walked in the living room. I said, yeah, I know I need to be checked. And I started get on YouTube to go live. And I said, yeah, I'm going to be checked. Bam! Without a lightning flash. Without anything, he checked me. The Father, a higher checked me and then schooled me on something. He said, you better check your lane. You better check the lane you're supposed to be running in. You see? because it's not going to be the lane. It's going to be you. So I said, okay, I'm just putting up. Okay. I know. I knew you was going to come check me. I knew it. Before the night was over, I knew you was going to come check me. That's what I was saying. But I liked the way he did it. Because guess what he did, you guys? When he checked me, he said, you remember 2 weeks ago? How many times did I warn you you was going to be in an accident? Instant! My spirit already knew what he was talking about. He said, I prepared you for that same accident you had 2 weeks ago. He checked me. So what are you talking about? He checked me right there. He didn't waste no more time. I guess I said it twice. No, I said it 3 times. And I guess he said 3 times you out. But let me tell you, in the last 2 weeks, I've given you visions of you having a horrible accident. More than 3 or 4 times. So what are you talking about? And that's checking me. Because he bringing me down to reality. You don't know nothing. Don't try me. You've been knowing me too long to know how I rumble. And that's why the instant of the accident, the first came to my mind. What happened, Father? What happened? In a sense, you should have showed me this before it happened to prepare me for it. He had to have prepared me. That's why I wasn't upset. You see, that's why I wasn't hurt. That's why nothing really was out of order outside of the run. You see, he took off, but he had prepared me and showed it to me at least 5 times, y'all. 2 weeks ago, at least 5 times. You're going to be in a horrible accident. Never did he say your body or you're going to be hurt. He always showed me having an accident in that car and tearing it up in the last 2 weeks. So what are you talking about, Deborah? Shut your ugly mouth. Yeah, I checked your butt. I didn't give you time again, did I? No, Father, y'all. And I praise you. Thank you, Father, y'all. And I want to say I'm sorry. Forgive me. He said, that's all right. It's all right. It's all right. And it's beautiful, y'all, because he did. And I kept not denying it, but pushing it off. Something my mother told me not to do, even as a little girl. Stop shoving it off of you. When he show you something, he tell you something, you drop to them knees. Because you know it always happens. My mother been telling me that since I was a little girl. And I'm sitting here getting ready to go live, and he checked me good by telling me, honey, I prepared you 2 weeks for the last 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, when he said that Holy Spirit brought all the remembrance in me of seeing visions of me having a horrible accident in that car. And then when he said it instant, it brought it all back to my remembrance. I said, Father, you have already won. And it brought so much joy to my spirit to know that he cares for me in a way to prepare me for any and everything that come upon me. It's nothing on this earth worth having than to have someone that created the heavens and earth see you that way. So while my smart mouth was talking about, I know you're going to check me. And the check was like, before I go to bed, the Father going to check me on that. I knew he was. That's what I was saying. I know you're going to check me. And I deserve to be checked. See, I was being smart. But before I uploaded, what happened? Bam! He brought it straight to me. He checked me up and he checked me down. And he said, what? How you like me now? I love you. So the accident itself was already orchestrated and put before me to prepare me, to preparate me. I think I'm saying it right. Prepare me to what was yet to come. Remember I was telling you the strangest thing? I wasn't accident. Oh, cars tore up, and we heard of that person. No, I was looking at the idea when it first happened. What happened? I'm saying this to the father. He's like, saying nothing to me. I'm trying to figure out what, wait a minute, what's this accident doing coming up on me? And you ain't warned me. That's what my mindset, this ugly flesh. You didn't get warned. And I begin to think, wait a minute now, why didn't you tell me this? And I got shut down before I even went to bed. He didn't let another word come out of me before he said, "Bam, 2 weeks have I." And it all brought back. It all came back to me. That's who I know. I don't know who you know, but that's who I have known since I was a young girl. I even have to. My mother probably can tell y'all, I told her over and over that when he comes to her and warn her and tell her things, she is to listen. I was young when I was like that. I was in elementary. Been doing that. And it hurts me sometimes when I know that my mother knew these things. And I think my older sister knew it too. And they didn't expound on who Ahia is in me and me in him in the way the Father shows me things to my children, to the other siblings, to my father, to nobody. They knew me and who I served as a young girl, but they never let no one know. But as I'm sitting here speaking to you, it brings back to where hearing my mother always telling me, when he show you things and tell you things, you need to stop being hard-headed and listen to him. And if you don't listen, just drop to your knees and start praying. Because every time he tells you something, you know it's going to come true. That's what she used to say. You should stop being hard-headed. She was telling me not to be like that toward the Father. You see? So I'm just saying to you that that's the one that I've come to know. The one that can check me up and check me down and then turn around and tell, now you sit down somewhere. And it makes you look silly. It really makes my flesh look silly. Because it showed me, see, you ain't talking about nothing. Go somewhere, girl. You ain't talking about nothing. You go somewhere. Sit down. That's just how long it has been till it got to the point that anything happened, you guys, I go straight to the Father. Because I know and I knew all my life, it's nothing come up on Sister Deborah without the Father bringing it upon her in visions and dreams ahead of time. It's preparation. It prepares me for what my flesh is going to go through, so it won't be out of order. See, it's a blessing, y'all. It's truly a blessing. So I sit back and I think about how we would think we know him. Sister Deborah just giving you a taste of knowing him my way. You see? And that same way I know him, see if you can dig down even in you and see by knowing that he is like that unto you. Because most likely he probably is. Most likely, ain't no problem he is. But because we can't identify how powerful he is and how caring and merciful he is in the way he rumbles, we miss out of knowing him for who he is. So I wanted to share that with you all during this time to talk. Anybody have any questions, or anybody have anything they want to talk about, any topics that's going on in the world or in the spiritual realm, or something that has happened to you that we can all just talk until we drop. Talk until we flop. I'm trying to rhyme. Don't pay me no mind. Oh, I did it. I'm trying to rhyme. Please don't pay me no mind. Okay. So if anybody have anything, it don't matter. Let's go after it. So I wanted you all to kind of get a idea of the type of creator that has dealt with me. You know, he don't waste no time with me. He don't play with me. Like he did with Job. Wait a minute, hold up. Where were you when I hung the star? Wait a minute, hold up, bro. Where were you? You see, he don't play with us. He don't play with us. See, he get to the core of the matter. You saying what? And I just thought, just in here talking to you, I just sat back and I just thought, now see how I was getting ready to blame him for not warning me about that horrible accident. Why? Because I had forgot all about those visions. Yet I realized I wasn't ever afraid. I was in a situation to where it's almost like it's okay. It's good. It's a, and I'm like thinking, how could you have such a horrible situation, but yet you're coming out it with a peace of mind? What that is? What is that? It's he that's greater in you, Deborah, than he that is in the world. That's who that is. I'm trying to show y'all what the Ruach HaKodesh is like in you. One of the characteristics was what? He will show you things to come. He will bring things to your remembrance. Did not he do two of those today? He brought to my remembrance 2 weeks. I've been warning you about a bad crash you was going to have. 2 weeks! And he's serious. He's telling the truth. I ain't going to sit and tell you no lie on that. Yeah, he's telling the truth, 100. And then he will show you the things to come. He showed me it was coming. You see? Y'all got to somewhere get to know who he is. Because where we are at in this day and time, this is this type of creator. This is the most high or higher you want to get to know. And you want him to be that light in you. Because my thing is this here, and this is what makes me feel really sad. He didn't have to. You don't owe me nothing. Get your nasty tail somewhere and sit down, flesh. He don't owe you nothing. Who you think you are? You see what I'm saying? He don't have to tell me nothing. He don't have to warn me. Get your tail somewhere and sit down. But because he found me to be something in him. Hallelujah. I can't deny what he is to me. And how I feel about who he is. And I sit and tell you all, this ain't the time to not give him the praise and the glory and the honor. You give it to him now. So when anything come upon you, he have been and prepared you for whatever it is. Because what? You get the victory. That person tore that car up and kept going. And that person's car, when I hit that car, when we hit, tore up. And then the police said, ma'am, I got you. Don't worry about it. We get it. We got the camera. I looked up there. He said, yeah, whenever I go look at him, I'm going to get back with you and let you know when we pick that car up and the individual. He said it might have been stolen. And then that kind of made me feel like, okay, it could be stolen. What do that mean? To me, in my flesh, what do that mean if it's stolen? Do the people still have to fix this car? That's what I'm thinking. But it don't matter because it's on camera, you guys. It's on there. It's on there. I gave him the exact time because I looked at the time when I was chasing the car and dialing. I had looked at the time. Then I dialed 911. So it was 4:48 p.m. So I'm just saying, it's a sad thing that many people haven't gotten a chance. Now, I didn't say they didn't get no chance. Let me throw that out. Because my father is a second chancer, and a third one, and a fourth one, and a fifth one, and a sixth one, and a seventh one, and a million one. That's who he is. He all that and some. So I can't say they didn't have a chance or people don't have the chance to know. No, I'm not going to say that. But I say unto you all that's out there, at the sound of my voice, understand my voice. Ahia is entitled to all praise, all glory, all worship, all honor respect. When I say all, in the heavens and on the earth and anywhere else, he is entitled to it all. He's worth more than what he's entitled to. So I'm going to lay it there because that's how I see him. He's worth more than what he is entitled to, because that's how I see him. Now I'm going to show you how beautiful that is. Here it is. Now I'm going to bring it down to the level where you can understand it. Here it is. A creator came to his prophetess in the last 2 weeks. And it probably been even, no, I'm going to lay it at 2 weeks, because that's probably how long it been. 2 weeks. And as I was driving, it has been 3 times I've been driving when a flash came into my mind of me having a real bad accident. And want me to tell you what I was saying? Oh, no, I can't have a bad accident because I drive safe. I keep my speed. I don't run stop signs. I don't run lights. This is what I was saying when it was showing me these visions. I said, okay. I have been in this house at least 2 times in the last 2 weeks. And he told me, you're going to have a real bad accident. I said, oh, okay. That shows you can't even keep yourself. Not even this here. He's telling you this at least 5 times. 2 weeks prior. What was that supposed to do? Your spirit, he's going to let your spirit tame your flesh to prepare for it. And that's exactly what he did. That's why I wasn't bent. I was more disappointed that I felt that Father didn't give me a warning. And then after that, and I pulled over. First thing I said, what happened? I'm talking to the Father. What happened? Because I didn't get the warning. And because the warning, I was thinking, okay, if I would have known it, then I would have been, once I had hit, everything would have been, all come to play from what I was warned. But see, he was showing me I had to prepare you way ahead of time for what you was about to experience. And that's why it played out so mellowed. Even to the point where the black cop said, don't worry about it. We got this. I'm not trusting in him. I'm trusting in my Father that I have always known. Anything you got is because he had it. So ain't no police gonna work nothing for me. No insurance company, no nobody. You see what I'm saying? If anything is straightened out as far as the accident itself and seeing the red light and the person running the red light, and it's the way that person was going at a top speed, and what I believe that person was doing was on the phone. I think the person was on the phone at a speed, but on the phone. So whatever reason it is, if it's anything that's going to be fixed, it's my Father in heaven. He showed me this 2 weeks ago. So if it's anything that needs to be repaired, it's going to have to be out of him and his will and his way. Not so much about this individual having insurance or this individual this and me this and this. No. Because the insurance that Charles had, it didn't have, we just found it out tonight, it didn't have, it's uninsured motorists, but only to body injury and not to damage. Liability and uninsured. In case somebody hit and run, or in case somebody that's uninsured, but it's only for the body. I said, what kind of crap is that? Before you can get to the body, you got to get to the car. You see how sick that is? But that just shows you. And then my daughter broke it down to me that Missouri is the only state that's like that. I said, you got to be kidding. She said, yeah, Mama, I'm sorry. Missouri is like that. And I was just telling her, no, you ain't got it right, baby. Something wrong. Ain't nothing right. I just couldn't believe it. But it didn't stay with me. Meaning though, it wasn't something on me or heavy. All of it was like, no matter what the whole idea was, it was the idea that let me show you what else I got out of it. I got out of it what the Father has always said. He's been warning me about the midnight hour we're in. It's going to come a time when things are going to happen and they're not going to be there for you all. You're going to have situations that's life threatening. The police is not going to be there. The ambulance is not going to be there. Your family subject not to be there. Your loved ones and whoever. You're going to be in that type of situation because that is what hour we're in. And the reason why that's going to be there is because Ahia is backing this thing on out. He ain't backing this thing in like the world just started. He's letting you know I'm backing this stuff out. And when I backed it out, I told y'all. He said, I son prophet after prophet, servants of men, and I son you're sure to tell you all in that day, in the last days, in that day, you probably got about 100 individuals from what they call the Old Testament to the New Testament warning you and I about the midnight hour we are in today. And we are walking with our nose like this. Whatever. I got an opportunity to be in the car with my daughter, and we had a talk. And this is like the fourth time me hearing her at that state of mind. She seems to feel that our people have some serious issues. I can't explain it. I can't see why would they be like this. She started talking. I ain't got no words for her. I ain't got no words for you. I've been teaching you this word since you was a little girl. You're a speed reader. You probably can read that Bible in 1 hour. The Father told me when I sent her off to college her first year that don't get bent because she come home crying, saying that they teaching me about the Great Bang, the boom, or whatever the thing is. And that ain't what you taught me. And it's confusing. I said, I tell you what. This is what I told her. You go back to that college after this here holiday season. Why are you crying? You go back to that college and learn everything you can about that Great Bang and everything you can. I ain't worried about you. And don't you be worried about yourself. Because the Father, the Most High, already told me. You want to be a doctor? I tell you what. He said he's going to make you a doctor of men. You see? You ain't getting away from nothing. So go to school. Go to college. Learn everything you can. It's all right. See? It's all right. So my ex-husband told me 2 days ago. He said, you remember when you told Crystal that God was going to make her a doctor of men? That means like Peter, a fisherman of men. He's going to reverse I'm talking to you all now, what you are good at in your flesh, the Father's going to reverse it spiritual. She always wanted to be a doctor since she was 4 years old. Oh, you want to be a doctor? Oh, baby, you can be a doctor, all right. You're going to be the doctor for the Most High. On men. And I'm talking about males. You know that? He's going to use her in this midnight hour. So just listening to her, trying to piece it together. And you all, I wanted so bad to say, Crystal, baby, go back to Deuteronomy 28. I wanted to tell her so bad, but the Father said, zip it. Don't say nothing. He told me that several times dealing with her. Zip it. Don't give her nothing. Why? Because he wants me to see how he can break her and make her his way. when she thinks she ruling. You see what I'm saying? You don't rule nothing. Your nasty flesh don't rule nothing. Just stand down, Deborah. Stand down. Don't go telling it about Deuteronomy 28. I know you got it. You got it. You got it. But you stay in your lane now. You stay in that lane. Okay? Now, you hearing her talking to you, trying to figure it out. And the way she's saying it, she ain't saying it normal, you guys. She ain't saying it, well, mama, I just can't figure what's wrong with it. I don't even come down in this area or nowhere near it because the way they drive, the way they act, mama, their personality, the way they, I'm like saying to myself, this sister ain't digged a little deeper in Deuteronomy. In-game. Oh, no, she haven't. Many times I've had her and told her she better read Deuteronomy 28. You mean this sister ain't in it yet? Father says, stand down. Don't go even tell her. Let me deal with her. I will break her just to make her. And you stay in your lane and remember what I told you. I will make her what I want her to be. And not you. And that's a lot of us. We are out here trying to make our kids be something in a higher that a higher ain't asked them to be. Ain't called them with a holy calling to be. Ain't direct them in that area. Stand down. Stand down. Because a higher got to break them to make them who he wants them to be. And don't forget, we're in that last hour. They in the darkest hour of life. Only one can make them and break them is the Most High. Not our teaching, not our mouth, not our discipline, not our correction. Can't do nothing with not only our children, with nobody. That's where we at. You see what I'm saying? We in a critical time. So in this critical time, stand your tail down and let Ahia do what he does best. He don't need you to go in the closet, pray, and say, oh, I want you to do this for my son, do this for my daughter. Stand down. He know who his daughters and his sons are. He know who he have orchestrated and ordained and predestined before the foundation of the world. Well, let me tell you something. Y'all don't get something. So I see y'all really don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Go back into the biblical and see how many times you see that right hand. And when you don't see the hand, the right hand, what do? You see the stretched out arm. You think the arm of y'all can't reach down where it needs to be and make anything that's too far down to come up toward his will. We are in the flesh and we are in the spirit. We got to learn to get that flesh under the subjection to that spirit. So that spirit can rumble in who? Ahia in us. So I got that long riding with her and listening to her, and I'm looking over there at her like, okay, sister girl coming, y'all. She coming. She ain't there. But she coming. And matter of fact, she could be there. Because she ain't where I'm at. Don't mean she ain't on her way or she ain't there. Right? But I'm sitting there listening to her. Well, okay, that's what I'm talking about. And the reason why, you guys, the way Ahia deal with Deborah, okay, all I can say to you is to give you my testimonies. All I can say to you are who he is to me and who he has been to me in such a long time. You cannot get not one person on this devil platform and tell you that the Father been dealing with them since they was 4 years old. Like I'm talking to you all, that's how I was talking to him. See, I wasn't talking to nobody, but I was talking to him like I'm talking to you. So that's how long I've been knowing that he exists and that I can talk to him. You see? I know I didn't have no sense then and I ain't got none now. You think I care? No, I don't need to have no sense to go where he got me. He's going to have me to go. Because that's the flesh don't have the sense. Catch me on the other side in spirit and truth. You're going to be messed up. So I'm saying, don't try to orchestrate people's lives in the way that you feel that Ahia should, how would I say, direct them and move them. Oh, come over here, y'all. Y'all have to do this. You have to be this. You have to do say this. sit down. Because when you go in that closet, everything in you, when you go into the closet, everything in your spirit know how to communicate with my Father in his. They don't need your ugly flesh in the closet. They don't need your ugly flesh in the closet. Or how you want to deal with your spirit. Because your spirit is what have the power over your flesh. So your flesh ain't got no business going in there. Well, can you bless my daughter? Save and sanctify my daughter. No. You don't have to go in the closet with that. You go into prayer. But when you go into that closet, that ain't like going down just to pray. The closet is deep. And when you go into that closet, you ain't going in that closet Mickey Mouse. You ain't got that. You ain't out going in that closet running your ugly mouth. He don't want to hear your flesh. He said you can't worship me in your flesh. So why are you gonna take your flesh in the closet? Thinking he got to abide by your mouth in the closet. Stand down, flesh. He ain't talking to you. He want to talk to your spirit. So shut that flesh down. Even when it's like, let me tell you what mine used to do. I go in the closet and I light my candles. And I just get ready. And oh, he needed me. He said, well, wait a minute, hold up. What are you doing? Oh, Father, we need thee. Hold up. What's all that about? Oh, Father, it's ushering me to you. Oh, bless me now. I'm in the closet. I said, what's all that about? You know I don't receive your flesh. And I'm thinking I'm getting, but let me tell you what I was doing, y'all. Let me tell you what I was doing. When I'm doing that, it prepares a place for my spirit. You see? But that's another cunning way of the flesh trying to intertwine with the spirit. See, I don't even have to go in there seeing anything. Now, he said, if you want to come up in here, whining to me, hum in your spirit. Hum in your spirit. Don't give your flesh the time of day to think it can go into the closet and get something out of it. Because you can't. It's spirit, y'all. It's spirit on spirit. And they rumbling. When you come out of it, you feel so good. You feel so good. Sometimes you come out, you feel like fire all up in your bones. You're like, oh boy, I feel like I've been set on fire in the inside. You see? And guess what? Let me tell y'all something. When you're in that closet like that, when you come out, guess what? You don't even know what the Father said to your spirit. That shows you how important it is to not to have the flesh to control your spirit. We can't let it do that. So as we was coming home, I was like listening to my daughter, and I was like, wow. But what I wished I would have done is shut up. I think I would have heard more if I would have just shut up. Just let her talk. There's a time to speak and a time to keep quiet. Sometimes I don't know how to keep quiet. It's the flesh. But now I'm sitting here talking to you all and thinking how important it would have been had I just shut up. Just shut up. You know? And I might have heard more from her. And now that I'm saying it to you all, I'm going to work on that. When I'm among her, shut up. Be quick to hear and slow to speak. Like I tell a lot of people. I tell people this all the time. And guess what, you guys? I'm going to tell y'all what I tell them. And you know what? I don't know where I got it from, but it works. Say, for instance, somebody come on my page and they say something negative. You know what I say to them? Learn to sleep with your mouth closed. Maybe, when you wake up, you've been and learned something. Stand down. Always work. Always. I don't even know where I got that from. But it makes a lot of sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. Because it's saying that you're running your mouth. But if you take out time to just shut up when you sleep, because even when you sleep, your mouth is running. And that's why you don't know nothing. Try shutting your mouth up while you sleep, because you sleep, you open your mouth while you woke, and you open your mouth while you sleep. Shut your mouth. Maybe when you wake up, you might have learned something. And it works. It really works. Because I don't know, now listen to this, y'all. I don't know the power in those words because I don't apply those words to me. But when someone come on the page negative, they seem to see something in it. And they can be saying something in one verse and come back on, say another, come back on, say another. But when I put that in there, they back away. So I don't know what's in it. I can't even tell you. I don't know where I get it from. But once I start using it when I come up on somebody, which I don't all the time, I say it and I back back. And they shut down. They don't say nothing else. And it works. So I always felt that well, maybe that's something that the Father has given me. Because I don't know where that come from. It don't affect me. But when I type it in and give it to someone else, it's almost something that causes one to say, okay, I'm through. You see? And it works. What else will I say? Okay, your time. Oh, yeah. And they come running when they want to talk and when they need you and when they want to hear the truth of the whole matter. And you say, well, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, they want me to say something? They want, because I remember this happened to me several times and threw me off. And you would think that if it has happened to me, I should expect it. And that's when they have the family gatherings and I'm there. And they'll say, Booby, would you lead the prayer? I'm like, I don't even come around y'all. I don't even be in the midst of y'all. I ain't seen you in 6 years. But see, this is what I say to you all. Be careful. Because the way you think people think of you and see you might not be what you think and you see within your flesh, how they see you. You see? Because in me, I'm seeing her. They probably thinking, nah, I ain't dealing with her. I don't like her or whatever. But when you come in the midst, they will ask you to say the prayer. That's letting you know they know something about you. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Do you get what I'm saying? So a lot of times we have to also kind of stand down. And I'm telling you what he said to me right now. He said, tell them when you are in your lane, it's all right to stand down. Oh, Father, yeah. No, you didn't go there. No, you did not go there. You want me to break it down to you? He said, when you are in your lane, it's all right to stand down. Because you're in the right place at the right time, in the right hour, and in the righteous will of the Father. So you can stand down on any and everything. You don't have to go roaring up and standing up. You in your lane. That's the lane I predestined you. That's the lane I foreknew you and ordained you and mold and shape you to be in. So it ain't no problem with you standing down. It's okay for you to stand down. And we need to understand that in spirit and truth. It don't mean that we need to roar all the time. We need to have the first and the last say so. Be quick to hear, slow to speak. Solomon said there's a time to speak and a time to keep quiet. We need to adapt that in our lives. The Father said to me to say to you all, I don't know who he's trying to give this to. It's okay to stand down when you're in your lane. When you are in your lane, you can stand down. You where you're supposed to be at. You see? So it's okay to stand down. Because others are coming to your lane. They're coming to you. And that's the whole example he is showing me, that when you come among them, say you'll be around them in the whole 2 years. You come among them, they want you to say the prayer. See, they know who you are. So what? They might feel this way, that way, this way, that way. Let them feel it. Feel it. I'm in my lane. That means you're predestined, ordained, foreknew. Woo! You in that lane. Can't nothing touch you, y'all. When you in that lane, can't nothing touch you. Look at Sister Deborah. She all in her lane driving. Horrible crash. Horrible. Before that crash was, he is. Where is he? What you mean? Where he is? While I was in my lane, he warned me 2 weeks prior, 5 times, that you're going to have an accident. A horrible accident. Never telling me I was going to be hurt, body injured, anything. All I can still remember is seeing the car crash with another car. And I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all I'm wrong. Sister Deborah's wrong. Sister Deborah is 100 times 1 million wrong. Let me tell you where I'm wrong at, y'all. Let me tell you where I'm wrong. And I'm wrong because I need to give him more glory than I do. I need to give him more honor than I do. I need to give him more respect than I do. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The visions that I have seen in the last 2 weeks, I've seen 3 visions in the car driving when we had an accident. And in the house, I pictured me having the accident. And let me show you where I'm wrong at. I'm going to show you what Sister Debbie's wrong at. In that same car, and the car that I hit was the same one in the dream. Not the dream, in the vision. In the vision was the same car, same location. And to say that I'm wrong is to say that I need to show y'all who he is in it all. Where he's able to come to you, give you the vision of you hitting this car and this car hitting you, crashing, same color as the car you in. I remember the vision. I remember the vision being the same color car that I crashed. That's what I'm saying to you all. When we don't give him the glory, we tell half the story. You see what I'm saying? When we don't give him the glory, it's because we want to tell half the story. Tell it like it is. And let it fall on soil. These are testimonies, you guys, of how and who he is and how and who he has always been to me. And he said, through your testimonies, that alone can speak of the relationship you have had and have with him. To give others hope to look and desire or already have within them. Let go and let y'all. Stop trying to hold on to ways that's going to let you control your spiritual walk with y'all. Let it go. You don't have to control it. Let them control it. Because if you plan on being in your lane, let me tell you something. He gonna control the beginning of it and the end. So being in that lane is a good thing, y'all. Especially in this midnight hour. Woo! A beautiful thing. Because that means saying when there can't nothing touch you in that lane. First of all, I wanted to tell you that. So anybody else, Sister Deborah finna shut down on her. I would like to hear something that's actually maybe going on with others, and or others have other things that's going on. If you have any spiritual dream, vision, or anything that's going on that's in the world that we need to just discuss. Come on, y'all. We got it. Yep, let go and let y'all. Because he said when your hands is on, his hands is off. So ain't nothing or how you're going to be on if you got your hands on it. When yours is off, his is on. That's right. That's it. And know that you got a lane. You got to know that thing. Because I would have never called it a lane. So I know I got it from the spiritual realm. I don't think I would have ever called it a lane. But he told me, he said, what did you used to do in high school? He wrapped everything about a race, y'all, with me. And food. Why? Because I'm a chef by trade. I love sports. I ran track, which gave me a chance to get a scholarship running track in high school. I love that idea. I always thought I was going to go to the Olympics, but instead I had babies. Okay. He uses that to scope my mission. That which I love to do in the flesh, he scoped it and molded in the spirit realm. He said, here, bam, there you go. Stay in your lane. I know what it's about, staying in my lane in a natural. Oh, yeah, when you're running your race, you better stay your tail in your lane. You're going to be disqualified to go in somebody else's lane and run in it. Stay in your lane. Say what? So if you have a vision like that, where you supposed to pray against it? What do you mean pray against it? The vision? Pray against the vision? Who does that? Were you supposed to pray against the vision? No. But by you being flesh, you can be disobedient toward the vision. You get what I'm saying? The vision was given to me 2 weeks prior that I was going to have this accident. So when the moment we hit and I pulled over, first thing I said, okay, what's going on? I'm asking God, what's going on? You didn't warn me. See, because all my life, when something happened, bam. I remember my oldest sister, I had the first grandbaby, and then my oldest sister had the second grandbaby. And I remember they were a year and a few months apart. I remember one day having to go to her. And I think he had to have been 15. And I went to her and I was very emotional because the reason why I was emotional, I had the first grandbaby. So therefore, you know how a large family feel about the first grandbaby, right? So for me to come down to a level where I'm going to tell her I saw her son get murdered. Woo! That was deep for me. You see? And as I told her, she didn't think nothing of it. But she said, oh, yeah. I said, yeah, I saw him. And I told her how it was going to be done. It was less than 2 years. Exactly the way I told her. So when they had him at the hospital and everybody was there, she said, wait a minute, y'all, where's my sister? They called me and my mother said, Reen said she wants you here. She needs you here. And you know what she said to me, y'all? That sister was a strong sister. What I mean, body-wise. And she took them hands like this. Said, she was hitting them here. Said, didn't you tell me? You told me. You told me. And I looked her in the eyes and I said, I'm so sorry. I wasn't supposed to say I told you so. Because she was wanting me to respond to the fact that I told her. I said, Reen, I can't tell you. I'm not supposed to tell you, Reen. She said, but you told me. You told me. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. You can say what you want. You can think what you want. But till you know how, because of who he is, how to walk in spirit and truth and see the hand of the right hand of the Father in this stretched out arm. You see, really, it's not very much you can tell anyone, or someone can tell you. Okay, let me set an example. You remember Jacob when he was wrestling with that angel? We know that mentally he was really dealing with his mindset, but he was wrestling and he didn't want to let go. And after it was over, he said he had seen the Father face to face. What was Jacob talking about? Anybody in the live chat know? Anybody in the live chat know what Jacob was talking about? What you mean, Jacob? You've seen him face to face. Come on, talk to the people. Somebody knows? And you see how you got that 10 years time span? Ooh, that was long, wasn't it? But it still came to pass, didn't it? The power. That's it. Y'all nailed it. The power. That's what Jacob was telling you. So what was the power? I don't know where I'm going to take this, y'all, but I'm going to lay it out. So I'm going to give y'all some spirit and truth of the whole matter or something. Okay, here Jacob is wrestling all night. And the wrestling was really his mind. Because he knew Esau was looking for him. And he was moving closer and closer to him and his family. He didn't know how Esau was going to take anything. He thought Esau was going to kill him. You know, because he took the blessing and so on. So he thinking, oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm in trouble. So he wrestled all night long. And when it was all over, Jacob said what? I've seen the Father, Yah, face to face. He wasn't saying like, you see my face or that type of face. He was talking about, I saw that power. And let me explain something to y'all. Let me tell you something. When I go to this book in the beginning, to Genesis chapter 1, when I go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, and I hear the Father say, and Ahia said, let us. Ahia said, let us. Us is the power of Ahia's right hand. That's who us is. So when Jacob was wrestling, and after it was all over, he felt so good. He felt the blessing before it even took place. And he said, wait a minute. I've seen Ahia face. To see Ahia face is to see his power. He said everything. Let me go here. Bob, you cutting up. Because you know what? I would have never thought to even mention this here. Watch this here. Watch this here, y'all. So here go Abraham. I'm not Abraham. Here go Jacob. He wrestled in his spirit and in his mind because he was afraid of what Esau was going to do when he got up. And Esau was up on him, y'all. He was moving close. And Jacob didn't know how Esau was going to take him. And Jacob was really worried about his wives and his children. Would Esau take out him and his... Jacob was troubled. But he wrestled all night long. And when he awakened from all that, he said, I've seen Yah face to face. He was talking about his power. That same power today in the midnight hour, 2023, men and women don't even understand. It is the Father's right hand that was present in the beginning when Yah say, let us throw down. When Yah said, let us, he was talking about his right hand, which was the power. So when Jacob was talking about he seen him face to face, he's talking about his power, y'all. He's talking about how you do with his power. He created everything with that right hand, y'all. He spoke it out and his power brought it forth. That's his right hand. And that stretched out arm, which probably in here 400 or 500 times. And not one man on the face of the earth thought to do their search and their study in the spirit. So how you can reveal it unto them. But Jacob said, I have seen the face of Yah. Because when you see, what did Yah say? This is what he said. Listen to what he said, y'all. Watch this here. Watch this here. Now, this is really deep right here, what I'm saying, y'all. It's deep. I mean, like spiritual deep. Watch this here. In Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26, and Ahiah said, let us make in our image after our likeness. Notice our. After our image, now who's got that same image as you got? His right hand. And he said, after our likeness, and let them, watch this here, have dominion over the fish and the sea and over the fowls and of the air and over the cattle, over all the earth. Now see how he told woman, you supposed to be over all the earth with me. Wow. That's the perfect will, y'all. That's when no sin was even present. Woman was supposed to go half and half with man, with this earth. And she's all under their feet. That's sad. Now listen to this. And over every creeping thing that creeped upon the earth. Now watch this here right hand power, y'all. Watch this right hand power. And Ahiah created man. Hallelujah! Wait a minute, where is us? Us is my power, Deborah. Where is our image? It's my power, Deborah. It's me. It's my right hand doing it. So when you get to Jacob said, I seen him face to face. Yes, Jacob, you seen him face to face. And guess what? Deborah seen him face to face ever since she's a little girl. That's why I don't let nobody tell me who he is. Do y'all get the point? When you have seen the power of Yah, you don't allow nobody's flesh to tell you who he is and who he ain't. Now watch this here. Then you go to the book of Romans chapter 1 and verse 20. In Romans chapter 1 and verse 20, it says, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world is clearly seen. That's his power. Brought everything he spoke that was invisible, bam, brought it forth. Now watch this here. Being understood by the things which are made. See that right hand power? Made it all, y'all. That was Ahiah's own right hand that came down as the Son of Yah with Yeshua in all power. When Yeshua was sitting there trying to tell y'all, no, all that I do is of my Father. You see me, you see him. He been preaching it to us way back. Sister Deborah don't let go stuff like that. That's too rooted in me. See, that's why I tell y'all he did an excellent, wonderful, perfect job. Because he nailed it. He always let us know, okay, y'all don't understand this. I'm an angel that has been brought lower than the other angel. As the mission, as the sacrifice, blood. I'm brought low. I was an angel, but I was chosen for a position to be the lamb, the blood sacrifice. Why? Father ain't coming down here to die for us. He can't die for us. But he said, Deborah, I tell you what, all of y'all was angels. I just made him a little lower than angels that were still left there. to bring him low to the ground because he's going down to the grave and conquer death. So I brought him. I told him, okay, we're going to sling you now. We ain't slinging you when you get to the earth. When you reach this age and Mary brought you and the disciples with you, we didn't slay you then. You weren't slain then. Yeshua wasn't slain then. He was slain in heaven. What for? What for? That's what the mission was. And that's what the mission gonna end. Yeshua ain't coming down here to play. He coming to collect everybody that's coming under the blood sacrifice that started in the heaven. See, when you miss that power in Genesis chapter 1 to 26, that perfect example, you miss who he is. He never claimed to be nothing but what he said he was. And how did he say it? Oh, my father this, my father this, my father this. Woman said, "Well, can I sit on the right hand and the left? Can one of my sons sit on the right hand and one sit on the left?" He said, hold up. That ain't for me. It is for whom my father hath already assigned that to. You see, he forever kept telling us, even Mary, when she came looking for him, he said, "Wait a minute, Mama. You Mama. I respect you. I honor you, but let me tell you one thing. I'm about my father's business. I got to be about my father's business." See, we have to be able to step above what flesh is talking on this earth and step in the spirit and truth realm. Now, let me show you something. In Romans chapter 1 and verse 20, it says, "Being understood by the things which are made, even his eternal power." I'm going to close this up right now. I'm going to close that up. That's how plainly it is today, y'all. So that's why Jacob was saying he saw his face. Because when you see his power, you have seen his face. And 99 billion, trillion, and million can't preach it and teach it to you. And it's sad. It's sad. It's not so much as that it's sad. Let me stop that. Let me stop. Because the Bible say, narrow is the gate, Deborah, that leads back to where it began. Wait a minute, hold up, Father. Y'all, where you going now? Say it again. Narrow is the gate that leads to the same place it started in Genesis. Narrow is the gate that leads to ever life, eternal life. That was in the garden, y'all. The tree of life. That's what that was. Way back to the beginning. So he that find it, they're going to have to find that thing, Deborah. Wait a minute, hold up, Father, hold up. Who got tickets to find it? Those that I have orchestrated from the heaven. They know the way. You see what I'm saying? So when we're down here thinking that we're going, you remember, I don't know if y'all understood the message that I was pouring out the other day. It was so much power in it. I felt the Father was teaching me as I was speaking. I might have sound out of balance and certain things to the flesh of man. But to the spirit, let me tell you something. If you didn't get it, you ain't going to get it. Because the hour we're in is so potent. I mean, it ain't leaving us no leeway to play and pretend to live a hypocrite and a liar and a murderer and a thief. I realized that, Father, you was for real about that. You were really for real, huh? You see, you thought I was just saying something? Ain't I real all the time? Yeah, Father, that's deep. If you don't get it in Genesis, don't expect him to get it no other time. Because even Jacob knew that it was the power of who our higher is. And if you see that power, you've seen the Father's face. That was us. That's the Father power. So how you going to take the power without being him? That's what Jacob is saying. I seen him face to face. Just like Genesis chapter 1 and verse 26. Us. That's his power. Our image. Our likeness. That's his power, you guys. So this is what Jacob was saying. I've seen him face to face. Yes, when you see his power, you've seen him face to face. And I'm talking to you all out there. Because I had gotten to years ago to a point where he was just breaking everything down in me. And I was like, okay, it's time to die now. It's time for me to get up out of here. You all, I would have never thought I would live to be this age. Because I knew that I was carrying something that trillions weren't. I knew that. I already knew that. So I figured, okay, since I'm carrying this, it's time for me to die. I'm going to tell y'all what I did. I said, okay, Father, I see now. You called me as a prophetess. Oh, most of the prophets, they died. They got murdered. So I guess I can die and get murdered too then. Oh, well, okay, I just wait because it's going to be real soon. You know what he told me? Where do you see in the biblical that a prophetess was murdered? Where is it in there? You ain't going to find it. Because I didn't sit my prophetess to lose their lives. I set them to judge the whole house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. I'm not going to sit a judge of a female to let a man take her life. So when he talked to me like that, I can't afford to tell y'all that go run over here and let him tell you miracles and signs and teach you here and tell you this and I can't tell you that. But I can tell you one thing. I can show you the direction to the narrow gate. I can tell you what the light is like and what it can do for you. And I can tell you how to fall under spirit and truth. Outside of that, Sister Deborah can't really say nothing. But I can tell you my testimonies based on this flesh life I've lived and this spiritual walk, this spiritual journey. I can tell you that. And guess what? If I had to put myself under a percentage, I still give myself 20. I give myself 20. I would never give myself 100. No way. Nobody ain't that close to nothing. Nobody that's on this earth. We so loaded with sin, it's crazy. So we can't find ourselves to be walking around here trying to be better than any and everybody. No, you ain't better than nothing. You better try to walk in spirit and truth and stay in your lane. Know how to speak and when to keep quiet. You see? Quick to hear, slow to speak. Let me tell you what I learned about that. I learned something I didn't know. This was years ago. Why he says be quick to hear and slow to be quick to hear and slow to speak. Because he said this thing come by hearing. Wait a minute, Father, y'all. Hearing. He said, Deborah, this thing come by hearing. And how can you hear if you speak it? So be quick to hear. Shut down that mouth and speak it. Because it comes by hearing, not by you speaking. He taught me that years ago. So a lot of people think it's about them speaking. Baby, that ain't it. That ain't it. Which one is better? Which one would you all say? To speak or to hear? And I ain't gonna put you in that situation. I ain't gonna put you in that situation because I want to say this. You're right, it is slow to speak and quick to hear. But let me say this here. To hear, why? He said this thing come out here. This thing come out here. Okay, Father. So you telling me it's quick for me I need to be quick to hear, slow to speak. Because hearing, that's where it comes. And what do you hear? Anybody know? Faith lines up with hearing. But what's this problem with this hearing? What is the problem with this hearing? You don't know, do you? No. Wait a minute. Hold up. Somebody might be saying, nope. I guess you can say the word, but the reason why he say it's quick, you should be quick to hear. Why should a person be quick to hear and slow to speak? Speaking is speaking out of the flesh. Hearing is hearing out of the spirit. And who are you hearing? The Ruach HaKodesh. So when the Ruach HaKodesh speaking, shut your ugly mouth. You see? So be quick to hear what the Spirit of the Most High Ahaya is saying. And shut that ugly mouth down. You see? That's why it's better. He said be quick. Quick, like real fast to hear. Why? Because you got to be on alert when that Ruach is speaking to you. The Ruach could be telling you, don't go down that lane, Deborah. Deborah. Don't go down that lane. Because if you go down that lane, Deborah, it ain't going to be good for you. And I'm just running my mouth talking to other people in the spirit, telling me in the spirit, don't go down that line. Can I hear that in the natural? No. It's in the spirit. It's in the spirit realm. So you got to be quick. He that knoweth a highest voice can hear it. I ain't talking about quick to hear the mouth of flesh. He's talking about quick to hear what the Ruach HaKodesh is saying to you in your spirit. That's why you have to be quick to hear it, because you'll miss something while running your mouth. That's exactly how the closet is. You can't go in that closet telling him, my Father, I just want to say thank you. You wonderful. You excellent. Oh, Father, I praise you. You're awesome. I praise you. I honor you. I respect you, Father. You're wonderful. You're great. You're excellent. And Father saying, wait a minute, hold up. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I told you I don't deal with your flesh. So get that mess up out of here. Come on here in the spirit. That's the only way I deal with you. Come on here in the spirit. So I'm just showing y'all the difference in who he is, who he really is, versus how we're being trained to believe that he is. It's a lot of things in our flesh we got to shut down, y'all, and boot this thing up in the spirit realm. And you know what? I'm going to tell you all. Many of you all don't even understand. You all are some of the ones that have been branded already with that mark on your forehead. Because anybody that's able to catch on to spirit and truth and desire it, let me tell you something. You're on your way to that narrow gate. And anything in your way, move it out the way. So get out of my way. I'm in my lane heading to that narrow gate. I know the way. So get out of my way. Because my lane leads to that narrow gate. So stand down, get out of my way. You want to talk about he say, she say. You want to talk about homosexuals. You want to talk about all this wicked and evil. And I'm in my lane. You better get on out of here. I got to run my race. Okay. Your daughter's here. Son here. Okay, baby. I love you, daughter. You know I love you. I'll always be here for you. Anytime you want need somebody to talk to, I'm here. You need anything, let me know. But mama got to stay in her lane. Mama got to keep running her race. And the more and more he working with me on that, it leads me to understand, stay out of other folks' business. Yeah, you might have the right now word for it. You might even have the righteous word for it. But if they want to say and want to bring it to you, let them come in your lane. Let them come in your lane. Don't go up in theirs. That's why I was saying when I was in the the car, my daughter's car. I could hear what she was saying. And I was kind of feeling sad for her because she was like going to and fro in the sense, and you could feel that she was saying, what's wrong with us as a people? And you want to go tell her where it's at. And he said, I didn't ask you to do that. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I deal with this. I deal with this. And when he says stuff like that, trust him in it. Because if you have trusted him with you, trust him with them. He don't have to get your okay to deal with your children, your husband, or your wife, your mother, or your father, your uncle, your cousin. He don't need you. He know how to deal with them himself. He know how to do that. Just like he dealt with you. He know how to deal with them. Take that power out of our weak minds. Give it back to where it belongs. To the power on the heavens, in the heavens and on the earth. The Most High are higher. You all, there are people wanting you to understand that the word Ahia is not acceptable as the Father's name. I want to tell y'all something about people who think like that. Now, if the Father had not spoke that to me in the closet, then I might think, yeah, you might, I don't know. I can't say that, but I kind of understand what you're saying. I don't even understand what you're saying. It was given to me in spirit realm. Where you at? You see? So that's one way of me knowing that you can't put your trust in what he said. He said, they ever learning, never coming to the knowledge of truth. Because they think it's let me tell y'all something. Do you all know why he said that? Can anybody pull that verse up for me? Ever learning, never coming to the knowledge. Can someone pull that up for me and give me that verse? And I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to kind of expound on it. Anybody? Yeah, we got to run the race. I'm going to tell you what's beautiful about staying in your lane and running your race. If you just, okay, 2 Timothy, thank you. Ahia, bless you. Oh, that's so weak. That's so weak. That is so weak. That's so weak of you to do that. That is so weak. My family and them used to laugh at me because I used to clown. They thought, hey, everything I said, and I couldn't understand why I was in school. People used to laugh at everything I said. And I'm like, I guess I be clowning all the time. So it says, I see you got it down there. Thank you. That's so weak. That is so weak. Okay. 2 Timothy 3. 3 and what? 7? Okay. 2 Timothy. And guess what I'm in? 1 Timothy. 2 Timothy and 7. Let's go to 6 first. Let's go to 6. 2 Timothy chapter 3, and we'll start with 6 because it's kind of covering something too. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive. I don't know if you all remember me telling you all, and I know it's kind of sad if you don't remember it because I've said it so many times, that what our men did was put you in another captivity. How many times have y'all heard me say that? So many times. A lot of women and a lot of men don't understand that if you already in a captivity due to a curse, why should you be in a second captivity due to the power of a mindset and control of a man? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, you guys. Somebody put, what's that? Oh, 0. Wait a minute. I've said it so many times, you all. And some of you all, a lot of you all knows that I have said that so many times. Why do we as people want to be, even the guys in camps? If y'all in Texas, I think it's 3 guys that I dealt with was in Texas. Hebrew Israelite. They got out of it with the camp. They got out. They got out, y'all. And they were just explaining to me how sad it is because it can put you in your life in jeopardy. And it's sad the way that the men conduct themselves as far as morals and standards and integrity. So I said, probably it's been 2 years, I have said it at least probably 20 times. What does it look like if you already in captivity? And the way that our men have trapped the Hebrew Israelite women into another captivity up under their feet. That is very uncomfortable, you guys. Your spirit is bound. Your spirit would have to be bound. What do you think the Father say about that? What would you think? Anybody in live chat, what would you think the Father would say about that? If that is those, like these men were saying, they felt trapped. And with women, I look at it as another captivity. Because now man says you can't do this. You have to look like this. You have to dress like this. You have to do this. You have to act. I mean, everything. Captive. Yeah, exactly. Why would we want to go into another captivity if we're already in captivity? But here it is. I'm bringing that up for a reason. Because as I'm looking at this here, listen to what this says. For of this sorts are they which creep into the houses and lead captive. See, y'all thought I was lying. I'm bringing that up because a lot of times Sister Deborah run her mouth. But if you stick with me and then go into the biblical in spirit and truth, it'll tell you the same thing I'm saying. The Father will take you all the way there to what I'm saying. Now, I said it, I know I said it good, probably, I would say at least 20 times in the last 2 years, that these men have these women in captivity. And these camps have these other young men that they bringing up in captivity. Why? Because they captivity to their minds. They capture them and bring them under their control, their manipulation, their occult, their leadership, their rulership. How you gonna be in any rulership, leadership, or king if you in captivity? Tell me, what king can you be if you in captivity? What ruler can you be in if the world system is ruling you? Don't make sense, do it? It don't make sense. And they would make sense of it and cross out the righteous ways of Yah just to make sense of it in them. Now listen to this. In 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 6, for in this sort, okay? No, let's go to 5. You got to go to 5. And this is another thing I talked to you about. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 5. Having the form of godliness. That's what all these people have. A form. But one thing they deny. Y'all don't know, do you? Y'all don't know, do you? I shouldn't even went up that way because now I'm messed up from the floor up tonight. Y'all, wait a minute. Hold up, Father, y'all. Now you took me all the way up and down, and I'm all around now right here. Now watch this here. 2 Timothy, y'all need to stick with me on this so y'all can see exactly what's being said. Watch this here. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Having a form of godliness. Don't y'all think majority of the people on this earth got a form of godliness? Run around here talking about we saved. We saved. They got this form. of godliness. But what is it they denying, y'all? What is it they denying? Anybody know? Second captivity. Thank you. That's exactly what that is. A second captivity. And here it is telling you that's what they're going to go under. The women going to go under another second time. Woo! It's telling them, you see, they're denying his power. So what is that saying? They denied Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. That was us. They have denied the power. Now listen to what this is. They got this form of godliness. How do Sister Deborah know that they're not who they are? Because they got this form of godliness. How would you know that they're not who they are? Because they deny the power. So when Deborah say that the majority of you all have to be marked in your forehead by the Most High's will, because you can recognize those who are and have. They got the form, I'm saying. They got the form of saying, looking, dressing, acting, a form of all of this. But the reason why you know they ain't who they think they say they are, whether it's your wife, you'll know if she is, you'll know if your husband is, you'll know if your daughter, your daddy, your brother, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, who they are, not by just the form of godliness, but denying the power therein. What do you mean? Take me there, Deborah. Okay. You all, we in trouble. We in big, big trouble. We in big trouble. Because I'm sitting here seeing myself telling you all some really bright, light, lit up fire. Because listen to this. Wait a minute, Father, y'all. He said, wait a minute, having the form of godliness. Okay, this is going to help every last one of y'all. Watch this here. But denying the power. Let's forget, for instance, someone said, I have the Ruach HaKodesh. I believe Yeshua HaMashiach came. I'm finna hurt your feelings, y'all. I'm finna hurt your feelings because this is going to bless you so spiritually. It's going to blow you off the box. So you got people saying, I'm already saved. I have accepted Yeshua HaMashiach, or I have accepted Jesus Christ, and I'm saved. I have the Holy Spirit. I spoke in tongues. I shouted. I keep the Sabbath. I follow the commandments. Watch this, y'all. Watch it. Keep an eye on me. Keep an eye on me. Keep listening to it. I keep the Sabbath. I keep all the commandments. I keep my head wrapped. What else? Come on, y'all. I don't eat pork, and I don't eat certain other food. I follow the feast days. I'm all this in this here. I'm all in this type of order. But guess what, you guys? When we help y'all out with something, guess what? And what they following, how their head is wrapped, what they dressing. Your dress can be all the way down to the mud. Your fringes can be all the way wrapped around your mouth and then wrapped around your shirt or your jacket. It ain't gonna mean nothing. Why? Anybody know? Because you have denied the power. See, if they didn't know the power was in the beginning, in Genesis, he said they ain't gonna never know. So when they saying deny the power, it's because he already know they denied it. Because this one in us came in Matthew's all the way down. It was called the beloved, the only begotten, the right hand of the Father. That same power told Yeshua, you sit here till I make that earth your footstool. How was you going to do that, Father? Yeah, but he's on my right hand. He's sitting right there on my right hand. His right hand finna make that earth his footstool. We deny that the power rests within the Yah. But we claim to say we got the Ruach HaKodesh. You can't have the Ruach HaKodesh, y'all. You can't have the Ruach. You first have to been received the power that usher the Spirit of Yah in you. That's why all that power was taking place in the day of Pentecost. You go back to the days of Acts, look all that stuff happened. Like a rushing roaring wind. Their tongue was like a what? A fire, a closed tongue, and they were like a rushing roaring wind came up in there. Why? Because that power. That power was ushering the Ruach HaKodesh, Ahaya himself, came into us through his power. That's why he said you can't go through the back door. You can't come in through the back window, the basement door, the side window. You got to come in through the door. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father God. What is the door? My power has to usher myself in you. That's how. So you still have to come. I want you to come through the blood, but I want you to come in through the power. Yeshua HaMashiach. Because the power is what's raised that body of Yeshua up out of that ground. So when you saw Yeshua in the Garden of Eden and said, take away this bitter cup, power, not my will then, thy will be done. He was asking the power to do that. When he was on the mountain and he had to fast for 40 days and 40 nights before he go up there, he was going up there in the flesh as Yeshua. He wasn't going up there with the power. And that's why when he got up there, he told Satan, wait a minute, it is written. The man don't live on bread alone. Wait a minute, he ain't saying Satan, wait a minute, what are you talking about, Yeshua? He said, yeah, but I was trying to let him know. They live on every word that proceed out of the mouth of he that holds the power on the heavens and on the earth. How you like him now? Because you don't know him. You don't know my Father if you ain't recognized his power in the beginning during creation when he said, let us, our image, our likeness. And then I spoke it and my power brought it forth. Y'all missed it. So here it is in 2 Timothy chapter 3. They got a form, Deborah, of godliness. Oh, I go to church 4 times out of the week. We go Bible class, Sunday school. We go on Sunday. Oh, wait a minute. No, let's go to the Hebrew Israelites. On Saturday, 6 p.m. evening to 6 p.m. sundown Sunday. That's our Sabbath. Oh, we can't wear this on our head. We can't let our hair be seen. How you gonna give you hair for it to be covered up? Don't you think he had him in? Why did he put Adam and Eve in the garden naked? If he wanted you to be covered from head to toe, down like this here, why would you give her hair, period? To prove that she has a husband? Y'all, we've been feeding the flesh all kind of mess. I don't care what nobody got covered over their head and got dresses down to the ground. You covering your flesh. Where do your spirit stand? In my Father. Where is your spirit? You don't know. You're so busy trying to tame the outer man and to purge yourself from the outer man. People don't even know. Listen to what it says. Listen to what it says, y'all. Deborah, they have a form of godliness, but you know the deal, Deborah. You know about that power. So go on, tell them like it is. But they deny the power. So anybody come to you, wife, mama, husband, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, I don't care who they are, coming to you talking, trying to talk spirit and truth, trying to tell you this, trying to read this Bible, stand down. Stand down. Because how you know? When they can deny the power. and Sister Deborah been on this Deborah platform for 4.5 years trying to tell people about that power. And then the Father told me, wait a minute, hold up, Deborah, hold up now. What are you doing? I know I gave you the pure word. I know I'm in you. But you can't give them what I don't give them. I don't care what you give them. You ain't the one to give them what I'm giving you. I got to give it to them like I'm giving it to you. You just let them know who I am. And how great I am in thee. And how great I have been for thee. And how excellent and perfect I have been in your life since you was a little girl. And let me do what I do best with my power. Because it's mine. And yeah, I know. I told you I'm greater in you than he is in the world. I can throw up and throw down in you too. But don't think it's about what you can do with the power I've given in you, because I'm in you. Recognize I am the power that's in you. Okay? So, denying the power thereof. See, the power is present. But these people on this earth, they don't give a rest behind what the power is. They think the power is in how they dress, what they eat, what they put on, how they look. That's why I tell y'all, I don't bother people who out here, they dress in the way that they dress it. It's because you got to get to the core of why these women dressing like this. 99.9 million woman ain't never had her father to tell her she's beautiful. You don't have to do this. You're beautiful without that. Not even her own relatives, brothers, uncles. No, because they so busy telling them other things that they can't tell them nothing righteous. So therefore, the women get out here trying to get some attention. And if you don't get attention by the man that Ahia created to give you that attention, you just seek it any way possible. Not knowing why, because you don't have the power. You're just out there. So, there's many people who say they have the Ruach HaKodesh. Oh, I believe in Yeshua HaMashiach. But the Father want me to let you know. You ask him, well, where's the power? Well, where's the power? See, they don't know how to talk about the power because they don't know it. So what did he say? He said in verse, where am I at? In verse 5. Denying the power. So denying means they know, but they deny, right? Put a thumbs up. Is that what he's saying? Is that they know the power, but they deny it? Wow. For which turn away. Many come into it. Many come into the Hebrew Israelite movement. And as many come in, many go away. Because they can't conquer nothing. They got this form that man is training them to live, to walk, to talk in. And that ain't it. So while they walking and talking, living and dressing and acting a certain way, because man has told them, they got the form of godliness. What is it? They got the form of godliness. And they deny the power because they're giving the power to man. They're giving the power over to man. And man is telling them how to eat, drink, walk, talk, look, feel. They turned their power over to him because they denied the truth and living power. They never went like the people in the day of Pentecost, tarried. Come together and let's tarry until the Father bring down that fire. Oh, they ain't gonna do that. That's what you call righteous. Ain't nobody gonna do that. So, and he said, what happens when they don't have the Father? They dress in 20 million. Let's say 100 million join all the camps and all the churches and everything. Let's say 20,000. Before the year is out, probably 15,000 come out of it and turn away from it. And that's what it's saying here in verse 5. From such, turn away. People who has denied the power and has this form of godliness. Why do you think the Hebrew Israelites get on the corners and dress in certain colors and fringes and have their heads wrapped, and women have their heads wrapped and dressing? Because they're trying to look the role. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. They trying to look look the role. But the role ain't in them. What role is that? Power. They just want to look the role the way men say the role is supposed to be portrayed. You see how flesh can mess you up from the floor up? Make you think and feel that it's about what your outer man is. Come on, y'all. Come on, let's go there where the spirit realm at. Then he said you go to the spirit realm, they already denied the power. The spirit ain't got no time with it. And then they fall away. That is exactly what's happening. Now listen to this here. Verse 6. For this sort, now he's telling you, for this type of people are they which creep into the houses and lead captive. Why are these people being captive? Hold up, Father, y'all. They're already in captivity. Who are leading these women captives? Watch this here. Silly women. Not women, one. Lighter with sins. Led away with what? Diverse lust. See, lust is already in. Y'all see how lust always got to have its tail in there? Y'all don't even, a lot of y'all don't even pay any attention to that, do you? Lust always got to be in the midst of something. Because that's one of Satan's heaviest things is to pour out the lust, because the hearts of men and women has such heavy desire of lust that they can't determine even the level of how wicked lust is. Now listen, just to hear what it says. Just hear what it says. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead. So who's creeping into the houses? Men. See? Wait a minute. What's up? Men. And what does it say? And they lead captives. Silly. That's why Sister Deborah called them silly. Silly women. Lighter with sin. Now I tried to explain to you, and I'm going to just call out a number. I'm thinking 8 times. I sat and told you all. A lot of these men think they really got something. They got women loaded, stuffed with sins. They don't understand. Them women got spirits. And spirits. Just like you got spirits taking them captive. You got spirits already in you for you to creep into the houses. That means you got spirits in you. And led captivity silly women. So when you think you thinking you getting you probably 6 or 7 wives, you don't know what you got up in there. Say it. Hallelujah. The Most High are high. Because they will go with you. They will do what you want them to do. They will dress your way. They will do what you tell. But Ahia already let you know. They are loaded with sin. And not only that, he said, Deborah, silly is a good word for it. Because they know they got sin. But because these men want to lead them captive, under their feet, under their control, under their ruleship, they ain't getting nothing, Deborah. Silly women. Liar with sin. That's sad. Now watch this here. And they lead them away with diverse. Doesn't diverse mean many different kind of lust, y'all? Come on now, talk to me, somebody in the live chat. When it says diverse, does that mean many different kind of lust? Come on, talk to me. Is that what he's saying? That's what he's saying. So you see how it don't matter how many wives you going running to get. See, this what people don't understand. That's why you didn't find none of that going on in the time Jesus or Yeshua came on the scene. None of that marrying and all the way. You didn't see that. But Ahia let you know it was there. Because he said it's going to be in that day, in our day, the days of Lot. Do not we see all these homosexuals? It's going to be in that day. What day? The last days where it's going to be like the days of Noah. He warned us that the reason why we're not going to see it like that is because we have accepted it. And we have made it to be righteous. And righteous is to be, is made to be wrong. That's why we confuse in when he say, like the days of Noah. We're confused. We don't even know the capacity of what he's meaning. What went on back then? I end the world. And don't you want to know? Why? No, they don't want to know, Father. They want to stay on stupid. So they can continue to deceive. Somebody said to me, they deceiving the deceivers. They said they deceiving the deceivers. But listen to this here. Let me ask y'all, did y'all ever, many? See, you got diverse mean many. Now, let me ask you something. Now, I know I ain't got no sense. And know that Sister Deborah ain't got no sense. I don't have no problem admitting to you that I don't. Now, when you see that and you got it meaning many and different, then what is lust with an S? Come on, define that one. How you like me now? Add lust to that. And let's break that thing down. Come on. Let's break that thing down. Come on, somebody. Lust with the S. Put up there what lust is. Then add the S showing you how many or what. So it's many different lusts. That's deep, y'all. That's deep. That's deep. Wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all, what's going on? Exactly going back to the days of Noah. All that trash that was going on, here it is in the end days. And we want to make today, okay, lusts, multi kinds. Does it say that? It has to be. You gotta know what that means. He cutting up from the floor up. Know why? Guess what, y'all? That's why they ain't got no power. So that's about right, ain't it? Yeah, that's about right. That's why they don't have no power. They're doing everything on the line of Satan. That's why they can deny the power. Because they serving Satan, right? Has to be. You get that? Now watch what he says. So a lot of them thinking they taking women and they making them theirs. And I said to y'all so many times, I don't care if you got 20 million virgins on your phone. Let me show you what I mean. I don't care if you got 20 million virgins on your phone. Sister Deborah gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. He gonna get me tonight. He gonna get me. And I'm gonna get him too. Because he taught me a lot tonight, and I thank him for it. I love it. Then watch this here. In Proverbs 16. Proverbs 16. Verse 2. All mean all. Proverbs 16, verse 2. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes. What eyes are those? Anybody know? What eyes of a man? Woo, good, very good, very good. In their flesh. There you go. Good. You helped me out a great deal, so I don't have to break that down. So in their flesh, they clean. Let's say some of their ways, few of their ways, 20 of their ways. Excuse me. Proverbs ain't saying that. It says all the ways of a man are clean in their own. Are they talking about his brother, his dad, her mother, her daughter? No, he said, we think we clean. in our own eyes. All our ways is always righteous and clean. We think we got it going on. But what her father say? What do father say? Anybody can answer that? What is the father trying to let us know? Stand down. Stand your tail down. That flesh got to stand down. So I'm going to let you know what that flesh is about. Because I'm going to show you something that I deal with. I've told y'all over and over, I don't deal with your nasty flesh. So while you thinking you all righteous and upright and having a form of godliness and already denied my power in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Because if you didn't know me then, you don't know me now. How you like him now. But watch this here. So the father said, check him out here. Proverbs 16, verse 2. All the ways of a man, are clean. And he's talking about a male. He's talking about female, male, everybody. We think we clean. We think we upright. We think we just. And he says, in our own eyes. That's in our flesh. But listen what he said. Hold up, Father, y'all. You getting kind of deep here tonight, ain't you? You getting kind of deep. But Deborah, tell them. Tell them. I don't deal with your flesh. So if you think you that clean in your flesh, you keep on thinking you that clean. But let me show you where you're dirty at. Let me show you where you're dirty. Watch this here. But I, Ahia, weigh at the spirits. You see that S? Wait, hold up. What you doing out there? Hey, wait a minute, Father. Y'all hold up. Where you going? Wait a minute, hold up. But Ahia weighs the spirit. Don't forget, you a spirit. Then when Ahia abide in you, and y'all become one. What's this ass? What that spirit doing here with that ass? Spirits? You mean you weigh it? Say, tell him right, Deborah. Tell him right. He's saying that he judges the spirits that's in you. So while you run around here thinking you all holier than thou, or I'm better than so and so and so and so and so and so, because I put my thing on my head and I wear my dress till it's on the ground. Oh, he put his fringes on. I go on the corner cursing like a chimney, talking about I represent a holy father that don't have a profanity in his mouth. So how is it you get it and you be the sons of Yah? But he ain't of that. Now, going back to this here, in Proverbs 16, in verse 2, Ahia letting you know, you go on thinking you better than everybody else. You go on think you holy roll. 2 Timothy chapter 3 said that you got that form of godliness. But let me check you out. You already denied the power because you don't know what the power is. Why do you all think that the people don't even know that the power is the Father's right hand? 2023, 1 billion times 1 trillion. Sometimes you got to laugh to keep from crying because it is the truth of the whole matter. Don't even know what the power is. So the Father letting you know you're going to think you holier than I. Proverbs 16, verse 2. You're all clean and just and upright. You're all perfect. And you so sick in your flesh because you think you're clean in your flesh. But I come to let you know, you are not just flesh. You got a spirit upon you. And guess what? Look at verse 2. You see that ass? That means wicked spirits, y'all. See, why we thinking, okay, he sit here saying, you're all clean in your own flesh. I tell you what, I ain't looking at your flesh because I don't deal with your psychic flesh no way. I'm measuring them spirits you got up in you. That's what I'm going to judge. See, that's why I try to tell you all, people are missing it. And I wish I could say, okay, today I was doing a video. I had time to do it. And the video was about Father charged Satan to leave the light on. And as I got in the video, I got upset because I realized not only did he charge Satan to leave the light on, the light has been on for us. That's deep. He left the light on because he is the light. And the light that he told Satan to leave on is because he wants him to know, I'm going to allow you to do your wicked and evil. Because that's what I created you. Because I don't do it. But I tell you what, in the midst of your wicked and evil, you leave that light on so my eyes can see beyond your wickedness. I know you got pitch dark out here. You got pitch dark, but you better leave that light on. You better leave that light on. And Satan said, okay, I will. So when I was doing the video, I was getting upset because I was in so much full understanding that it has been so many things in the year of 2003 plainly seen. And we are ignoring it all, pretending we can't even see it. Walking around pretending that it don't even exist. People, the media, the elites, the beasts, the false prophet, Satan himself and his apes, his demons, his wicked, his evil, everything, witchcraft, voodoo, sorcery, everything is plainly seen. And if we was in our right place, we could see it. That's what Sister Deborah had to stay in her lane. Because I've been put there to see the things for what it is. You see? That's that lane he's talking about. See the things that he has for you if you just be in him and he in you. And be that great that he that is in the world in you. And you see him like that. You feel him like that. You know him like that. You believe him to be like that. Then he's going to keep you in that lane. He's going to let you walk upright and do the things that is righteous. And the first time you look like you're coming up out of the lane, he's going to straighten you up. Now, we're going back to 2 chapter 3, and we're going to sum this up. In 2 Timothy in chapter 3 and verse 6, and it's telling you the captivity I told y'all about. I told y'all they was putting these women in captivity. And here it is. Now, you know what? I never used this scripture. See, that's why I was trying to explain to y'all. The word is not the book. It is who he is. And when he nailed that thing in you, this book cannot override. Praise the mighty God. And you've been and said so many things, you go back and you say, hey, there it is right there. Yeah. Because that's my signature to let you know. But I gave you the fullness. Just like Yeshua did to the disciples. The disciples got an attitude because Yeshua was teaching the parables, the thousands, one thing. And they was like saying, what's this you doing? You're giving them this and you're giving us this. He said, stand down. Stand down. To them, I give them parables. To you, I give you the word. See, that's what people don't understand. They don't respect that. Ahia has orchestrated that in Yeshua. Even to today. You cannot go trying to challenge the ones the Father has anointed, appointed, predestined. Why? When they know they in the lane of the Most High Ahia. They know their purpose and their meaning in Ahia bosom. They know where they get their wisdom, their knowledge, and their understanding from in the spirit realm. The flesh realm can't outweigh the spirit realm. It can't win. So when you know that you know him like that because he have allowed you to know him, then you stay your tail in your lane. Speak that spirit in truth. Show that light up and show it down. See, a lot of people don't know nothing about that. And that's why I say I'm in trouble. Okay. 2 Timothy chapter 3. Now watch this here. He already told you they led away with diverse lust. Oh, my Father, y'all. Y'all heard I did a couple of videos, and they were really pretty much too long. But I wanted to take him down, but the father said, no, you're going to leave that up. Oh, spirit and truth is in there. What are you doing? Just look at how that could have been in there, y'all. Look at that. Can y'all see that? That could have been part of the verse in which I was speaking on yesterday? Seriously. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 6. The 2 videos I put up that was long yesterday, just look at that. Thank you, sweetie. Just really, y'all, just look at verse 6. I never would have thought to put that in there because I was led by the Spirit all the time I was doing it. Even though I was in the flesh and present before you all, the Spirit was leading me. But look at this here. That's telling you the same thing. Why? Because the things are silly women, laden with sin. Okay? Led away for only a purpose. Many diverse lusts with an S. Something going on. You see what I'm saying? These are not worldly women that they talking about, y'all. Okay, somebody in the live chat, can you break that down for me? Can you break down Timothy, 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 6? Why is not that verse talking about a place in the world? Why isn't it talking about, because the way that the world, let me go and just see it. The way that the world conduct themselves is just like 7. Just like the verse 6. So why is it saying it as if this is a group of different other people? First of all, you see the word captivity, captive. You see? Who is that capturing women? Leading them. What do lead mean? Rule. Control. Look at that. And led. They're led captive. For what? Led. Somebody is leading these people captive. Silly women, and something wrong with the women. Laden with sin. And then you see the word led? Led away with diverse lust. That's a lot of stuff going on sexual, you guys. Who are these women they talking about? That's being taken away like that. And it tells you of this sort, letting you know it takes you back up to 5. And what was going on 5? They got a form of godliness. That means that right there tell you what is the form of godliness. Somebody like coats. Exactly. Because they got a form of godliness. You know, like Jim Jones, didn't they have a form of godliness? This is what this is saying. Coats. That is exactly what it's saying. Because they playing a role that they godliness. Their form is godliness. So what is it saying? Oh, they got their heads wrapped. They got their long dresses all the way down to the mud. They looking all holy than thou. That's what it's telling y'all. Y'all don't see that? Churches too. You can say churches and assembly, yes. That is what it's talking about, y'all. And when you're leading them, that means you found a place to take women, go into their houses, take them away, and lead them away. Come on now. If that's not Jim Jones, come on now, y'all. Can y'all see that? So it ain't talking about the world. It ain't talking about the way the world portrayed. It's talking about people who are in different cults, different church, different organizations, Hebrew Israelite movements, Hebrew Israelite camps. This is what it's talking about. Because they're trying to hide behind a form. A form of what? Godliness. the power. Hallelujah. They deny the power. These women want to play the role as wives. But the Father telling you, they got another gender idea here. Because when you thinking you dealing with somebody's body and they outer man, baby, you don't know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with them spirits. The one how you say he's gonna wait. So if you don't know about them spirits or how you talking about he's gonna wait, you're dealing with those who are clean in your eyes. You look at her. Oh, she's a virgin. Oh, she got a big butt. She got big boobs. Oh, she got big thighs. All the stuff that cause her health to deteriorate as she get ages. I had to take care of my ex-husband's mother. Had no idea. I couldn't. It didn't make any sense why all this layers of skin hanging off. It didn't make any sense. So she was skin and bones. And my husband at that time, he told me because she used to be a heavy woman. She had a big back end. I was like, how could that get to this? Women don't understand that which is up shall fall down. And it will fall down. Because what you think that's on the outside is clean and oh, I'm all this and I'm all that because I'm getting them to look. Catch you on the other side 20 years from now. See what that stuff look like. So see, this is what I'm saying to you all. They have a lot of that come from women when they haven't had a relationship with a man in a household as they were coming up. And from what the men are telling me, and based on what I've been doing a little study in the last about month, the men, and a lot of them are older than I am, are saying it wasn't so much the part of mama that affected them, and they can get over mama because they felt that what daddy had done to them, he had to have done some worse things to mom. So they at the level where they can understand what mom was because she was always told to keep quiet and don't say anything. And that's the same clique today. They want to make sure they inspire women to shut up. Don't exert yourself over a man. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm going to show you how ignorant they are. When heaven see us, he see us as them, not him and not her. That's why he says, submit yourself one to another. I'm speaking of Genesis, y'all. I'm still telling you, you are the one. Y'all can sit and make it 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm seeing you as one. So that's how far from spirit and truth we are. Okay, so I want to explain to you all. Y'all should highlight that in your Bible. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we're finna go into the part that we pulled this whole verse up. And it says in 7, ever learning. Who do you think he's talking about? Anybody in the live chat? What do he mean when he said ever learning? Anybody know? When he said ever learning, who is he talking about? And what is he talking about? Ever learning. We got to stop there because there's a lot to know about that. Ever learning. I'm not going to hold y'all long. Ever learning. That's one of them. You sure right. That's definitely one of them. Many books. And what did Solomon say about books? Somebody can pull that out. What Solomon said about making books, many books, or many study leads to what? Oh, that's definitely. They ain't got time for the ruach on this, baby. You right. You are so right. They ain't even got time for that. Because they think the book's going to give them what they need. And they didn't know to understand the books got to bow down to Maya. The books got to bow down to Maya. Y'all don't bow down to nobody's books. The books got to bow down to Maya. That's who he is to me. and to any and everything. You bow down to him. He don't bow down to your books. These books were made by the hand and the flesh of man. He don't come down to bow down to them. They got to bow down to him. Why? Because he is the word. And it ain't no paperback book. Because if he thought it was a book, it was no need for him to come to teach us all things. Praise them. Don't that make sense, y'all? Tell me, don't that sound so simple? If he thought for 1 minute that the book was who he was and is and going to be, he would have never had to come and abide in us and teach us all things. Tell me, don't that make sense? This shows you that a lot of things people be talking about, they say things to trap you, to make you think they ever learning. Ever learning, we're going to get to that one. We're going to get to that one. Is it Ecclesiastes? Yes. 12 and is that 12 and 12? Ecclesiastes. I just missed it again. I'm sorry. I don't even know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. Let's go there. Thank you so much, sweetie. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. For man always also know not his time. What? Is that it? Ecclesiastes. Wait a minute. Do I have the wrong? Wait a minute. I got the wrong. I'm sorry. I'm somewhere else. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. And this is where you hear, this is Solomon, right? And it says, and further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. Y'all, I want to share with you all the power in my brother right here. What he's saying is really powerful. He was sending the brothers a message. When y'all finish dealing with all them books, there's never going to be an end. That is so 100. Oh, solemn. I am so sorry. That is so 100. It matches up with 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Ever learning. Why? Because he's telling you there's no end. You got to put an end to the books, y'all. I don't give a rat's behind what Enoch has to say. And nobody else. Because the true teacher is the Ruach HaKodesh. And Yeshua said the time shall come when the true worshipers shall worship in spirit and in truth. And that does not mean in books. Do that make any sense to y'all? The true worshipers shall come and they shall worship in what? Spirit and in truth. Wait a minute, Yeshua. Are you sure it ain't saying in many books? We got so many lost books around here, Yeshua. He's not trying to tell us something. Ezra, everybody trying to tell us something from all these books. What are you saying, Yeshua? Deborah, the time shall come, and not only shall it come, it is now, and it shall come when the true, not the fake, he ain't talking the fake ones, but the true worshipers of Ahia shall worship what? In the book? No, in spirit and in truth. Now, how is it that these books is spiritual. How you going to tell me that I am to take all these books, place them on my bosom, and trust in each and every last one? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Why should I grab all the missing books, the found books? Why should I trust in them? When the true worshipers, they don't trust in books. They trust in the Spirit and in truth. Does that make sense, y'all? Just let me know. Does that make sense? Okay. Here goes Solomon in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of many books. What do admonished mean, y'all? Can someone pull that up for me? Admonished. What is Solomon saying here to his son? What is he saying? Admonished. Anybody know what that means? Can we pull that up? Of many books. Is this not saying, is Sister Deborah seeing something that she shouldn't be seeing when it says many books? Am I seeing something wrong? Or not we sitting today, led away captives, silly women, lied with sin, diverse lust, ever learning, and never coming. We'll get to that part. But just look at Solomon saying. He's saying something to his son. What do admonish mean? Can someone get that for me? Admonished. And if you can, see if you can pull that up in Hebrew. Of many books. Where's the power at in that, y'all? I want to see, in spirit and truth, the power in verse 12. Where's the power in verse 12? I'm looking at it, and it's hitting me all up in my head. I'm like, okay, Father. Oh, no, Father. Yeah, I see it. I got you. Oh, no, Father. Yeah. So we can say, warn. Are you for real? Which one is it? Is it earnesty? Which one? Admonished, advise, urge, and warn. Okay? Warned. So let's take the word warned. Now listen to this, y'all. In verse 12, Solomon said, by these, my son, be warned. Why would the Father have Solomon to tell us to be warned? Watch this here. Of many books. Why is it that the Hebrew Israelite men don't grip this? Why? Do that make any sense, y'all? He's warning us. Isn't that what he's doing? You got it. He's warning the people. Why? Where is the power? It's one word that carries the power in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 12. Everybody, it's one word. You might not have, if you have your Bibles, only if you have your Bibles open. What is that one word that's carrying that mighty power? Anybody know? It's one word in there that's carrying the mighty power. Mighty power. Let me see if anybody gonna get it. And if not, I can give it to you. Because everybody's book don't have it. That's why I say a lot of people be telling you to get 16, 11, get this and this. But let me tell you something. There's a mystery in these books. And I'm not going to give it to any and everybody, but I'm going to give it to you all. Nope. Admonish. Nope, that's not the power. Nope, that's not it. It's just one word, but that's a good try. Real good. There's a power in there. And let me explain something to you. Only reason why I can see it is because he already warned me when I see stuff like this. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. There. You can see it. You can see it. You got it. You got it. There. There. That's why I slanted. It's saying to you all that walk spirit and truth, I'm trying to send you a message. And this is what he said. There is no end. So when people come running to you about books, you tell them take them books and kick rocks with them. Because these books don't have no end. And our Ahaya is the beginning and the end. And they're not locked up in the books. And Solomon is telling you the reason why there's no end is they're going to constantly searching and finding more books. And they doing it, y'all. They doing it big time. More books to the point where they denying the King James Version. They denying to 1611. They denying Torah. They denying Paul. They denying the New Testament. They denying everything in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? But they take it on. What did Solomon say? He warned us. Books. Wow. Now listen to what it says. The word, the power word is there. He's telling you, look there, y'all. Let me see. You see what I'm saying? He's saying to you in the word there. Mine is slanted. Yeah, you can see that. Always remember this. Always remember that. Any slanted word, that is what he wants you. Now listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. He wants you to do a search. It's carrying power. Why? You remember where it said, study to show yourself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. This is how you divide it. See, 99 trillions in America don't know nothing about it. So you've given something, and it's a good thing you already knew. That's good. That's beautiful. Okay, so it says, Solomon is warning us on this thing about making many books. There is no end. And see, that's what the world has done. They have made so many books and have manipulated and deceived many that all these missing books was taken from us. As if a paperback book can save or deliver us. Is that not crazy, y'all? Is that not crazy? Tell me every book that they have that has been taken out of the King James 1611 and hidden. If they stayed hidden, it wouldn't mean nothing. It wouldn't mean nothing. Why? Because none of the books bring deliverance. None of the books bring spirit and truth. None of the books bring light to the darkness. We in the midnight hour. We in heavy darkness. I mean heavy darkness. Now one of them books can bring the light, the spiritual light. Now one of them books or information in them books can bring you spirit and truth. Don't that make sense? Do y'all get that? So what he's saying, I'm warning y'all, stay away from all that. Because they're going to make books after books after books, and y'all just going to go out here and chase books after books after books. Is that not what the weak-minded Hebrew Israelites do? The men. There are some men still chasing their history with slavery. And never got to Deuteronomy 28 endgame. That's sad. You mean you still searching slavery in this midnight hour and don't even know the end game of Deuteronomy 28. That's sad. That's sad. Now, here in let me finish what he said. Solomon said, be warned, you all, of the making of many books. So what the Hebrew Israelite religion, they caught in a fake religion, they decided to make it known that the heathens took out all their books, and they went back and what did they do? Went and bought more and more books to justify, to clarify, and identify that something been stolen from them. Now that you have these books, can these books save you? Can these books redeem you? Anything in these books, can it bring you to the redemption? Anything in these books, can it save you? Anything in these books, can it bring you life? Anything in your books, can it give you spirit and truth? No. Enoch couldn't give it to you. And all these other books they got, Apollos, whatever they call them, none of them can bring you where the Ruach HaKodesh have you today. Hallelujah. Let's give him glory. Let's give him glory. Praise somebody. Thank you, Father. Ooh, Father. Where are we looking, Father? In all the wrong places. When there you are, where you always been. Right where you always been. And we're looking for books. That's why I said, don't let nobody run you out. Try to be a scholar, a Hebrew teacher, a Greek teacher. Trying to get you to tell you need to know Hebrew. Kick rocks. You need to know Greek. Kick rocks. You need to know spirit and truth. How you like me now? You need to know about the light. So the light can direct you to the narrow gate. Because you're ever learning. We're going to get to that. Now watch this here. Now he says, many books there. There is no end. That's the warning. So when you chase one book, you guys, so you run out there getting all them books they tell you, you're going to chase another. And that's exactly what the Hebrew Israelite men did. They chased book after book after book after book. To Big Judah, guess what he chasing? The Mormon books. He said the Mormons are the Israelites. And their books is the true books that's been missing. That's how deep they get. And this is what Ecclesiastic is saying. He said, and much studying is awareness of the flesh. Why? Why? Why is this? Can anybody answer that? Why is it much studying? It's awareness of the flesh. Why do much studying wear your flesh down? Solomon's telling you, y'all grab these, Deborah, you tell them. These men are grabbing all these books. And it'll never be an end. Because after they read one, they're going to go to another and say, this is telling us this. And that's what I told y'all. I told y'all this about 7 months ago. These men that went so far out in the deep. How many times have I told y'all that? They went so far out in the deep. They can't even see dry land. Because these books represent taking you so far out in the ocean for no reason at all. When our higher is right here. Where you going? You let the flesh of man take you out there. Silly women. Why are you following him? Because you lied with sin. You're supposed to go out there with him. So it's about right. You're supposed to go out there, get you a husband and some sisters, and you all gonna be doing things you ain't got no business doing. So you can go on too. You out in the deep too. Now listen to what Solomon said. Much studying is a worrisome of the flesh. Why would Solomon say that? Let me see if anybody knows. Yes. Yep. No. Why is what? So therefore, it worries you. Yes, it does. Let me tell you why. The flesh. Because no end to it. You can grip one and get the understanding. Next thing you know, you get another one. Oh, you get the understanding. Then the other one that you just read ain't got the right one. Then to hear this one that you read, it's got the right one down. Now, after a while, when you get another one, it got the right one. And then that means this one right here don't have the right one. Then you got to go to this one, and it's got the right one. What are you doing to your flesh? You're worried about it. How do you think these people are dressing the way that these women figure, I got to keep my head wrapped? Yeah, you need to keep your head wrapped. You one of them silly women. Keep your head wrapped up and down. Put your dress on. Matter of fact, somebody needs to give them all. Make them all go to get sewing machines and make y'all some dresses. All the way down to the ground. Just like the slave master had on the farm. That's what they want y'all to look like. While they looking at other women outside of who y'all are, they got y'all looking a way that nothing won't look at you, not even yourself. That's sad. That's what all this is about. For you won't even look at yourself and say, Father, I thank you for this short hair. I thank you for it. I appreciate it. Oh no, cover it up. You got a husband. They sick. Now let me get to here. I got to get off of this one. And it says, much studying is a worsen of the flesh. Let me tell you what he means by that. He's trying to get us to understand. All this that they telling y'all supposed to be doing, I'm going to go nail it to the wall. Y'all overstepping y'all boundaries. With no understanding. There you go. You know what understanding is? The Holy Spirit. And that's what he said in 2 Timothy chapter 3. Denying the power, which is the Holy Spirit, is brought by the power of a highest right hand. And bring them the Holy Spirit. So if they don't have the power to bring them the Holy Spirit, which is the Father's right hand, bring his Spirit into them, then what's going on? They don't have no understanding. See, they didn't know why he said, in all your getting, and all your getting, you better get understanding. Oh boy, he buckled all up on me on that. I said, I get you. I get it. You are all understanding, ain't you? I know you is. You think I don't know who you are, Father. I know you understand it. Yes, I am. Man got his own understanding, but I am the understanding. I'm that understanding. I told him, whatever you get, you better get understanding, and that is me. The Ruach HaKodesh. Okay, so he's saying in the flesh, this is what I was saying to you all. You cannot sit under the flesh of man, okay? Because they're going to wear your tail out. And you ain't going to get no food for your spirit. Why? Because they booking you up and they booking you down. Sister Deborah ain't got no sense. Y'all. I really don't have any sense. They booking you up and they booking you down. So Solomon had told y'all already, stay away from the books. And what do the Hebrew Israelites do? They go for the gusto. They go for straight for the books. And they ain't paid a lick attention to what Solomon was warning them about. See, they didn't have sense enough to realize. That's why they don't have the understanding. Like the sister said, they don't have no understanding. Because Solomon said, Deborah, come here. The Father gonna get me tonight. He gonna get me for real. He gonna get me. He said, Solomon said, Deborah, come here. Didn't I tell you about books? I said, yeah, Solomon, I know you told me. We just reading it tonight. We share spirit and truth on this platform. We're making a fool out of the devil tonight. Solomon said, well, with me, I told him not to do it. I said, Solomon, I know it. Yeshua been telling them since Genesis. Yeshua been telling them since Genesis, and they ain't listen to him. So Solomon said, well, I get it now. I get it. You ain't listen to him. They ain't gonna listen to me. No wonder they still run around here chasing books. And y'all, that's sad. That is so sad. Didn't I tell y'all? He said that which was in the dark shall come to the light in the what? The last day. Baby, he ain't talking to everybody. It's just going to come to the light to those who have the light. Does that make sense? See, the light that it's going to come to is not those who don't have the light. The light, Father, you're going to get me in trouble, ain't you, Mama? He said, don't say it again, y'all. Listen to this. He said, in the last days, that which was in the dark shall come to the light. In the last days, he want me to let you know it's only coming to the light. So those that's in darkness, they ain't gonna get it. It's only coming to those who in the light. I'm gonna get in trouble tonight. I'm gonna get in trouble. Don't that make sense? That which was in the dark shall come to the light in the last days. How is it coming? To only one thing. The one who has the light. Oh, my stomach hurt, you guys. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, we got to finish this one here. So, okay, Solomon, I got you covered. I'm gonna cover that again. He want me to cover that again. He said because that's deep. That's deep. That the idea they went the opposite way of what. Solomon said, Deborah, they went the opposite way of what I told them. Deborah, Solomon said, Deborah, they went the opposite way of what I warned them about. Oh, Father, give me some strength. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, I should stop, y'all. Wait. Let's end this here. 2 Timothy chapter 3. So it goes back to where we started from the beginning. Watch this here, y'all. Verse 7. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Ever learning. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me do this right. Ever learning. They ever learning. They got all these books. They can learn all Hebrew and Greek. They learned everything from their pastors, their priests, their bishops, their apostles, their teachers, their Maureen, their seers, their watchmen. They learned everything. And here it is, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. Now they're at the point where they still learning. They ever learning. Now let me something. I'm gonna show you why he said that. And never able to come to the knowledge of truth. That knowledge of truth is spirit and truth. They don't have the knowledge of the spirit that brings truth. These are people that Solomon was talking about. Y'all ever learn? Always looking for another book. And think if I can just get all these books that what they say, they took all the books out of here. So they hid this from me. How can people hide anything from you when Yah is a spirit? And he is spirit and truth. Tell me, wait a minute, hold up. Did not he say, I shall come and be the comforter that would teach you all things. When did Ahia hear this out? Let me shout that. Anybody can tell me, can they find a scripture where Ahia said he gonna hide himself? Or he's gonna hide his word? Can Ahia word be hidden? Yes, from the blind, from the deaf, and for those that's in darkness. They cannot see the word. They cannot hear the word. So, ever learning. Why are you ever learning? This song, my ex-husband brings it back to me because we laugh about it all the time. I used to say this is the sickest song, beautiful sound and everything. But when you listen to the words, it says, I found Jesus in time. And you should see how the song gives the flesh the glory, because he found Jesus in time. When was he lost? But now you can see why you what you found. But just think, let's put that in a different way. Even though that's what the song said, Jesus. Let's put Yeshua. I found Yeshua in time. When was Yeshua lost? You see how they have taken Yeshua HaMashiach and the Ruach HaKodesh to be fools, be unlike to man who can hide and not pay child support, never see his children. Wait a minute. You bent. You bent up and bent down. The song was so pretty. They would never have known a stupid person like this lady right here, a prophetess in the wilderness, would dissect that thing up and down and say, you so lost and you need to be found. Because anytime you can sing a song that beautiful, the sound of it, y'all, I'm talking about the sound to the flesh, the sound. But when you hear the words, I found Yeshua in time. Meaning, he's so glad he found Yeshua in time. He said Jesus, but I'm just showing you. You see how sick that is? When did Yeshua, or when did Yah say Yeshua was going to be hiding? So how is it you found Yeshua in time and he wasn't never hidden? He never been hidden. And this was about 30 years ago. Beautiful song. And one day I'll pull it up and let you hear it. You can say, oh, that sounds so nice. But listen to the words. A lot of these gospel music. If you sit and listen to the word, they so bent up and they so bent down. They got it all wrong, baby. They got it all wrong. So I want to let you all understand there's a lot of things that is in 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 7. He's warning you. Don't go running to people that appear to you like they overly learned. Because they open up all these books. They can speak Hebrew. They can speak Greek. They can bring all the other books to your bosom and break it down to you. Tell them to kick rocks somewhere. Tell them to kick some rocks. It don't even take all that. Because Ahia don't live on the outside of me. He lives on the inside of me. And if he's in the inside of me, he is the true teacher. So who are you? You get what I'm saying? Do that make sense, y'all? If Ahia said, I come to now live in you, a place that I never lived. Now, he gave Abraham, Isaac, David, and all them. He gave them his spirits of belief, righteous, faith, his brand of belief, faith, righteous, and fear. He branded them. So they branded for his name's sake. But we got him in us. So when people run around here and try to teach you to the level of they so holy than thou and righteous, because I've been taught this from even Sister Deborah. I sit here and tell you, I ain't got no sense, and I don't care. But don't catch me on the other side. That's spirit and truth. Then you're going to get messed up from the floor. But what I'm trying to get y'all to see, and we'll end this up, that a lot of them out there thinking it's about them being able to master this book from back to front, being able to master Torah and all the other books without knowing any spirit and truth. That's why he said they are ever learning, because they chasing books to chase you down, to beat you down. Once them books start beating you down, what did Sister Deborah tell you? What did Sister Deborah tell you? It's like going out in the far ocean, way out in the ocean. And if you get out in the ocean, you try to look where you come from and you can't even find it. You don't see no dry land. You don't see no rocks, no mountains. You don't see nothing because you went too far out. Don't go far out with these people, y'all. Know that he that is greater than he that is in the world or anywhere else said, I want to be in you. So if I want to be that great in you, tell me, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? So that's another strength to a lot of you all that's already walking in the light and understand spirit and truth and walking therein. That's the kind of the message we just talked about. A lot of it is to enhance you. It's not to put you down or to put you in a state of mind of wondering, wait a minute, she said more than I can handle. Oh, baby, you're going to handle this. Because the light going to teach you how to see it for what it is. And spirit and truth, if it abide in you, guess what? He going to break that thing in you. So when you walk around, like when you walk around with this, you ain't even need it. You ain't gonna need it. You ain't gonna need it. Because when he say greater is he that lives in you than he that's in the world, he means that. And when you start to see him to be that great that he said he is, then he will be the great that he is in you. And he will bring you to a level where it's between you and him. And you know what I heard in the Bible? I heard that he said that he will bless your family. Isn't that a good thing? That's a wonderful thing. He said he will bless your family if you do right. That's why I kind of feel sad for a lot of these men that have left their wives, and their children to go and follow a man's will and not understood. You didn't need no marriage counselor. You didn't need no deacon. All right. Or it's starting to spin. So, okay, I'm going to, okay. You still doing it? So understand this, y'all. What Sister Deborah just said is very powerful too. This is when you learn to just lean on y'all. And when you lean on y'all, a lot of y'all might think that, okay, I don't know if I'm where Deborah at. I don't know if I'm where I need to be. I don't feel it. You there. You there. All you have to do is trust in him being here. You there. Because there's nowhere you can go. It's where he at. You see? Relax. It's okay. He's there. And the moment you realize he's here and he's not here, and any other books, you got it going on. You see? And I told y'all, I read that he said that he will bless your family. And isn't that a beautiful thing? Because if he has chosen you, and you have chosen to be depending on him and him only, not your family, not your kids, not your wife, not your husband, but put him first. Now, see, once we start loving him first, we'll know how to love our husband. We'll know how to love our wives. We'll know how to bring up our children in the fear of our higher. But when we just say, okay, we got this. We got this. We got this marriage. We got this here. We got these kids. We got everything together. No. He got to be the first and the last. See, a lot of times they got us thinking that the man had the first and the last. Only when he has given the Father the first and the last. Say so. Okay. Good lesson. Good lesson. Oh, Father gonna get on me. He gonna get on me. I know he is. I'm gonna get in trouble. But it wasn't stuff that he didn't give me. It was what he gave. Why? Because he was in me. Did you see? So I hope that each and every last one of you all got something out of it, because like I told y'all about those other 2 videos, y'all don't even know the deepness that was in that. There's a lot of deepness in it. And one day, if we have that gathering, I'm gonna give y'all something, and y'all will say, "You got to be kidding!" It's gonna blow your mind. How I know that what I was saying, even though it was taking long, it had a lot of power in it. It had a lot of stuff that needed to be said, and it's just food for your spirit. So when you go out, when you go to the store, you go to the laundromat, no matter where you go, even if you go somewhere where you fellowship, no matter where you go in your household, start showing and letting the light represent Yah. Let his light so shine in you. Don't be, he said, you become a new creature. And honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. What Sister gave y'all today, what she gave y'all the other day, that's a lot of power. It is. You can run on now. Matter of fact, you probably already got your lane and just don't know it. See, you can run on because now you don't need the book. You don't need the books. You can speak spirit and truth because spirit and truth speaks in you. He said, even when you go certain places and you got to feel you have to speak, don't worry about what to say. I know what to say. Because when you get to that level where you're trusting him and what he say, and bring your tail to the level where you trust in what he can say to somebody out of your mouth, you in there, y'all. You in there. Don't be led by the flesh, not by Deborah and nobody on this earth. Be led by the Spirit. So, I say, Sister Deborah, I appreciate each and every last one of you in your live chat. And I hope that you all got much food for the spirit. And that's really what it was. And that I will be back. Again, shalom. Shalom. And I appreciate you all as well. All right. Shalom.